We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Lovely to have your company today. Very nice to be back with you, although it does feel a little bit like woo, because I've been on my holidays for a couple of weeks, so I don't quite know where I am yet. I know I'm here, surrounded by fabulous gemstones and lovely people, but that's about it at the moment. Oh, my chair's just gone down. That's because I've been on holiday. Too many pies on holiday, that is. You've got to on holiday, haven't you? Lots of too much eating, a little bit of gin, obviously every now and then, but yeah, really nice. But got to wrap up for winter now because it's September and the nights are no, we're not going there. Lovely to see you all though, and very excited because not only am I here with you tonight, I'm with you tomorrow on the mid as well, and I'm also going to be joined tomorrow by the gorgeous guest tonight, which is did I say Denina? Yeah, it's all about Dennis Dosey for me. We've got Jo. We've got the lovely Jo with us today. Sorry, you've got me tomorrow again.
Oh, well, as I said, we're going to try and make ourselves look a little different tomorrow so people think they're watching somebody different.
Exactly. I'm having hair down tomorrow, possibly, and Jo's going to have a half do or an updo tomorrow. Yeah, we'll get that sorted out. But no, it's lovely to have your company. We've got loads of treats, loads of treasures to share with you. And of course, joining us on a fantastic day. So hopefully you've got some lovely treats and treasures heading your way already. And we've got plenty more to share with you, as you can possibly see, lined out alongside with just a few of the treats you're going to get the chance to own. We've got some amazing garnet coming up with for you later on in the show. Some fabulous, not even here yet, it's literally fresh out of the ground and off the press. Got some amazing apatite coming your way, some beautiful pieces. The bead mat is brilliant. It's actually, and you can see, I mean, it works. It works. You've got the sticky bead mat, which is going to be up for pre-order ASAP. In fact, it's 321 now, so you can pre-order your sticky bead mat, which, as you can see, it's a bit magical, isn't it? Trust me, that's one of those moments where when I get hold of something like that, everything falls. It doesn't. The sticky bead mat does what it says on the tin. So it's fabulous to work with. Really great to have that in your collection. We've got some amazing turquoise, some fabulous carnelian coming up for you today. So stick with us throughout the evening. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to bring you some fabulous pieces. A lot of fun on a scale of 1 to 10, about 11 maybe, because we've got Tom in the gallery, and we've got lovely Mike in there. Are you all right, Mike? Have you missed me? Have you? Have you been eating donuts while I've been away? Yes, hasn't he, Leah? Yeah. Are you all right, my darling? Yeah. Leah's been sending me photographs of E.T., apparently. Thank you. Looking forward to receiving those. She knows I love E.T. Not my friend. Right, we have lots and lots to do, so have a little look on the web because we've got a lot of pieces up for pre-order. The garnet, the neon apatite, the carnelian on for pre-order at the moment, and then we've got some wonderful kits to share with you on our Cerulean day today, so get ready for those. So we are going to get stuck in. We're going to dive in because we've got plenty of treasures and treats that we want to bring to you. So let's go straight in with one of my favourites because I love this. Why did you pick this, Tom, first? Because I told you to, because I love it. And I should have I've taken my bracelet off and left it in the dressing room. That was stupid of me, wasn't it? Because I have this. This one I have on my necklace, so it's a little bit different. I've got the smaller one on my bracelet, and it's the ever popular, ever fabulous skull charm. I love them. I love them. I made my sister a necklace with this as well. It's rose gold plated. It's 9 to 5 sterling silver, and I love them. Love them. We have them in yellow gold. We have some we had some sterling silver, but they are so fabulous. As I say, we had the smaller ones as well, which I've made into charms. For bracelets, but this for me was straight away going on to one of my rose gold plated necklaces. I've done nothing else with it. I've literally popped it onto a necklace. I wore it a lot on holiday and I love it. I just think it's fabulously funky. You could do more with that if you wanted to. It's open underneath. You could perhaps set gemstones into there perhaps for the eyes, which would look very fabulous. Bit of spinel. Oh, Joe's like that. Pointing. Yeah, with if you
crystals in.
Stick your crystals in there, the Swarovski crystals, particularly from the first kit that we've got coming up, the Careless Whisper kit. They would look amazing. Shall I bring some of those in? You can see, got some of the smaller ones, and we've got some of the larger ones. Actually, you probably want one of the larger ones in there, but just so you can see, they'd work oh, that's giving me a bit of an idea. They'd work fabulously well together. And with the Cerulean, could you actually mould that into the charm, I wonder?
Yeah, I would just take a tiny little ball into the eyes and pop your crystal in.
Oh, there we go. Maybe I'll be having a little experiment with that later on. But they are fabulous. They are 9 to 5 sterling silver. Of course, you've got the rose gold on there as well, which is so flattering against the skin tone because you've got that lovely pink tone. Yellow gold can be quite rich, it's very luxurious. Sterling silver, you've got amazing lustre. But the rose gold, it's all about the rose at the moment. Now, I know where this is going down to because it's a fantastic price. Of just £8.95, which for a charm, you consider how much you pay for a charm. You can pay a lot for that, particularly even if you just go for your sterling silver charms. You might be looking to, you know, if you find one for £30, £40, add on the rose gold. The word lobster, I mean, you could be paying a very, very different price to that. But £8.95, they are funky, they're fab, and I absolutely adore them. And you could, of course, they're not too large if you wanted to pop those. They're not too heavy either. If you did want to perhaps get hold of 2 of those and actually make those into earrings, it's really your call on that, but they are wonderful. It could be a charm for a mobile phone, it could be a charm for a makeup bag, it could go on your key ring. Literally, just enjoy them because they're so fab, and whenever we get them, they go. I was talking to Carol about this actually, just before I went on holiday and said, oh, I just picked up the skull charms and I was making my bracelets. She went, oh, you're so lucky, because they go, they literally go. And we are literally looking at last of stock on those. So check out your baskets, £8.95. And maybe it's about grabbing something a little bit different. Maybe you normally go for the florals, maybe you go for the sort of the feminine dainty things. Well, this is a little bit of a step to that with the skull, but they are so on vogue, and I think it looks so beautiful because you've got the rose gold. It really softens it, and it's fabulous. So very, very best of luck on those. Make sure you're checking out those. And people are buying 2. Well done. I don't blame you. You won't regret that, promise you. They're lovely. Right, let's hop down a box whilst we are looking at the charms, and let's get the leaf connectors. I'm going to bring these onto the black so a little bit easier to see. Here we go. Oh, it's so nice to be back with you. It's nice. I said it would be within a couple of minutes. It would be like sort of just going home again. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Right, let's have a little look here. There's only so long you can stay in the sun, isn't there, at the end of the day? Only so long you can sit by the pool. Right. Yeah. I could do that for quite some time. You've been on your holidays as well, haven't you?
Yes.
Back to South Africa?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, no doubt, later on. Right, we have sterling silver. Gorgeous leaf connectors, very autumnal. It is autumn now, isn't it, of course, September. So you've got, September, October, November. Today was lovely. Well, in Stratford, earlier on this morning, it was grey and raining horrible. And by the time I got to the studio, it was literally like I'd walked into a completely different continent.
I agree. It was shocking on the other side of the country.
I know.
But when I got here,
it was sunshine and glorious.
Clinging on to the summer.
Absolutely, with both hands. 9 to 5 sterling silver. Look at that lovely detail you've got in there as well. And of course, the leaf connectors are really, really nice to use. You can just drop them down as a charm if you want to. Not a problem. Let's put that. You can obviously dangle something down from the bottom connector as well. But just if you are creating bracelets or necklaces, it's just that kind of space to breathe. But this detail, this wonderful sort of adornment that you add in to your necklaces, to your bracelets, are just fabulous. But nice that you get 5 of those, actually. I like to work in odd numbers, whether it's 1s, 3s or 5s. But you can see they're just really, really simply done. Nice and sturdy. They're not thin and flimsy. They've got a nice depth to them. And actually, I don't know if you can see that, they've got a little bit of a curvature. If I hold that sideways on, There you go, you might be able to see that. So just gradually curves, there we go, just ever so gently. So if you are using that on a bracelet, then obviously that sort of ergonomic design is going to wrap around on the wrist fabulously well. So £13.95, and you've got 5 of them? No. We're hanging on to the holiday mode. So let's go straight down on those, 95 sterling, your leaf connectors, 5 of them. Oh, that's good. That's really good. That works out about £1.59 each. Great maths, you see, that has not left me. £1.59.
You're not on a holiday brain still. Yeah.
No, clearly not. So it's not like Tom's feeding me that price still. I couldn't work that out normally. £7.95 for those 5. £2 each, easy maths for a tenner would be amazing. So it's £7.95, real saving. And you could actually, you know, they would go a long way if you chose to. You might just use sort of 1 or 2 of those pieces in your designs. I would go full out on those. I would really want to make the most of those. Maybe with some little gemstones in between. Twist them as charms, earrings as well.
As at Cerulean Day, they would be really nice, embedded into the cerulean as part of your design, just with some of the tiniest crystals in those sort of leaf vein. Really nice. They'd really be very, very pretty. So sparklicious. Hello, Liz. Liz says, hooray! Lovely to see you, Ruth and Joe. You look golden and rested, Ruth. Oh, thank you. Bring on the deals. Oh, the sticky bead mat. I need it so much. Well, it's up for pre-order. You can grab it now. And honestly, I wouldn't wait around on that because I know loads of you are waiting for the sticky bead mat. So thank you very much for that. I do feel very rested, I have to say. Very rested. Diana, well done. Laura, Diana, congratulations. Julie, £7.95. Grab them. Pop them in your stash. You never know when you're going to use them. You never know when you're going to add those into your designs, but they are so pretty. And of course, heading into the autumnal period right now, if you're thinking about having your jewellery stalls and stands for Christmas, these are going to work perfectly. Very beautiful. Well done on those. Congratulations. Loads to do in this hour, actually. Right, popping that back into number 10. Let's grab the aquamarine. Love the colour. Love the colour on these. They're just, it's, for me, this is a baby blue, so it's very soft and very gentle, and I think because of that, I think it's very forgiving for everybody. But there are some nice colour tones. You can't just say it's blue. You can't just say this aquamarine is blue. You'll see. Because actually within here, there are some lighter, brighter tones, and there's some deeper tones, almost borderline on the greeny blues, actually, which is not a surprise when we're talking about aquamarine. This is natural aquamarine, and sometimes, depending on whether you've got the ferrous or ferric iron, one of the two kind of driving off the iron, you'll get more of the blues or the greens. Well, this is a really lovely display of both of those kinds of ends of the spectrum, if you like. You've got that softer baby blue, you've got those lovely, almost touching on the peridot in there, actually. Very soft, very gentle touch, but I'm sure you can see that there. But how lovely is that against the skin tone? It's so stunning. And I never want to say sort of a powder blue, because that to me always refers that it's going to be very dull and muted, and that's never what I mean. But you can see it's a more sort of subdued tone, but it's very graceful, very elegant, and it's summer fresh, isn't it? I love that. All of those beautiful beryl gemstones, these wonderful rondelles that you're seeing. Lovely size as well, 6x4, totally versatile, and a classic 38 centimetre strand. You can imagine very easily just perhaps adding in a touch of peridot, or maybe going for more of the pinks from the beryl family, of course, adding in a little bit of morganite within there. The leaf charms that we've just had, the leaf connectors, imagine just one of those as a centerpiece on a bracelet, on a stretchy, would be so simple. I've got an aquamarine, if I can put my teeth in, bracelet very similar to this. And I picked up the wrong set teeth tonight. That's what it is, you see. The other ones are still at home in the jar. I've just put in a little silver rondelle, a little sort of stardust spacer in between each 3 of those, and it looks really lovely. Little T-bar fastening as well would make it look, I think, really super special. But classic gemstone strand. A very beautiful strand, quite rightly. And of course, because they're natural, absolutely. 100 carats of aquamarine of this level and this quality, £20, bargain, quite frankly. I think that's an absolute bargain of a price tag. A bargain, a bargain, that's a very posh bargain. 100 carats on sale, quite frankly, tonight as we do this. Don't hang back, don't hesitate, have a little look. Remember, you've always got your 30-day money-back guarantee. I think that's absolutely genius. Don't you think that's lovely? Oh, that's one of my favourites, the aquamarine.
And the natural tones that you've got here are so pretty, aren't they?
It's lovely to have the different, like you said, the different shades coming through there. It makes it a lot more interesting.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, that just as a stretchy bracelet, you wouldn't need to do if you were just starting out, although I say that, so many of us that have been doing this for years still just loving a stretchy bracelet.
Yeah.
Because they just work. And especially holiday bracelets like this, sublime. Definitely want to add your authenticity certificate too. Costs you just 25 pence to have that, particularly if you are selling on new jewellery, even if I'm not, even if I'm keeping them for me, which generally tends to happen. Still very nice to have your certificate of authenticity, to know what you're working with, to remember what you're working with. And these are such gems of distinction, such gems of quality. Of course, March's birthstone, but those baby blues are incredibly pretty. Imagine that with a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of morganite, go full on gold, or full fabulous in terms of 95 sterling silver, but definitely a strand I know you are going to love. Aquamarine, I think, takes, you know, for all of us, takes us through the ages, whether you're slightly younger, slightly older. It's a wonderful, pretty, beautiful strand to have in your collection. Tatiana, well done. Brenda checking straight out on that one, and £12.95. Your price tag is sublime, and that will wrap around twice, by the way. If you're looking at the classic 38 strand, that will wrap around twice very easily on the wrist, just to give you a kind of a gauge as to how that's going to sit. But really very beautiful. Just a simple little earring drop, just dropping one of those down would be so elegant, wouldn't it?
Be beautiful. It's such a delicate blue, delicate and feminine. And I agree with you. I like that kind of blue with the soft pinks.
Yeah, so do I. Baby blues and the baby pinks just kind of meant to go
and
together. They look gorgeous. Oh, and a couple of pearls.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty. Yeah, we can cope with that. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, let's pop those back in number 13. Now, is it here? The garnet. Oh, is this the one? They're huge. Do you know what? I actually looked at the T-bar and didn't even register. I didn't think they were going to be that size. They're amazing. This is garnet. These are up for pre-order, by the way. Huge disco balls of delight for your garnet. Up for pre-order. Crikey, these are going to be phenomenal. Garnet's natural, don't forget. It won't take a treatment. They're incredible. Huge. They are lovely. They're coming up for you about 10 to the hour, but they are available for pre-order now. Very rich, especially as we're going to go into the party season for Christmas. They're going to look gorgeous, whether you're making sort of real statement necklaces or fabulous sort of stretchy bracelets. Look out for those. 10 to the hour, up for pre-order now, along with the Appetite, along with the Cornelian. Is that Cornelian? It's going to be a good night tonight.
Yeah, it says teeth.
Right, number 7. Oh, la. Right, let's have a little look at the amber. Oh, did you say box 8? Oh, sorry. Should we do 7 still? I did say you've got to shout at me tonight, Tom. You've got to shout louder. Oh, bless. He said he doesn't like shouting. He likes me too much. That's all right. It is quite loud, yeah. Right, we're going in for amber. See, this just drew me to it. I couldn't help it. It called me. It's the energy from the amber. It called me and I grabbed it. So there we go. I love the setting on this. Look at that. It's glorious. Absolutely glorious. Now, I would say personally, you can wear that both ways.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's quite hard to tell which is the back and which is the front, if I'm fair, because actually the detail on there is absolutely glorious.
Yeah, you don't need to hide it.
No, not at all. I mean, the framework's beautiful. Then you've got that glorious, quite durable. Then you've got that glorious polish on the top, that wonderful. That's really quite a statement piece of amber, I'll be honest with you. Quite a large, oh my goodness me, Butterfinger, sorry. First show back, bear with. It's like the new girl at school again today. I'm going to go home tonight and go, oh my word, that was just a nightmare.
Just sort yourself up before tomorrow.
I'll be all right tomorrow. Tonight's amateur tonight. I'll be all right tomorrow. But it'll be Carol. Baltic, lemon, amber. I'll get a phone call tomorrow at Ruth, don't bother. Lovely sterling silver wrapping. It's like a sort of a laurel wreath, actually, the way that's going around. Really pretty. Such a statement piece. It's gorgeous. Nice size, 25 by 12 millimetres, and the lemon colour, the lemon tone to that as well, is lovely. It's a lighter, sort of brighter tone, but you can very clearly see you've got all of those indicative flecks and sort of flashes that we know and love within the amber gemstone. Really bright, it reflects the light beautifully. It's a gorgeous one, that is. Obviously, straight away you're thinking that's going to be a fabulous pendant, but again, you don't necessarily need to stop there. I'd wear that on a lovely long chain though, personally. I do like my amber.
That's a really nice chunky cut of amber. When you see it on the video from the side there, you just get a view of the depth of it there.
Absolutely. It's a big piece. It's a really, really lovely piece. You can see going right the way down. Got that lovely polish on the top. That's where we should be, absolutely. And then you go right the way down deep into the gemstone alongside the 9 to 5. Look at that. So you can see both the top. It's almost like his bezel set in that sterling silver. It looks very, very beautiful because it doesn't just sit at the bottom. That's gorgeous. That's really, really quite an epic opportunity. Front or back, whichever way you choose. I'd have to have it that way around because I just think the silver is so fabulous. But it doesn't matter if it's on a drop pendant because obviously it probably will move as you're wearing that anyway.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Lovely choice on that one at $15.95. Really, really gorgeous. So very, very well done indeed if you're adding that into your collection. I'm sure you could make earrings from that. Amber's a very, very light gemstone. If you're talking about density, it's a very light gem. So actually for earring drops, it's not going to be what I call a low blugger.
No.
It's not going to be pulling down on your earlobe. A low blugger. It's not going to be pulling down. They're going to be looking fantastic. Very well done on those. £15.95. Keep adding those to your order whilst you're there. Of course, if you've got gemstones or sparkle to add into a design like that, then go for it. But years and years and years of history, of course, encapsulated within your amber. Very, very well done indeed on that one. That was an added bonus because I just decided to pick this one out for you. We were going in for box number 8. It's fine. It goes with this. It goes with this. Look at this. This is, oh, one of our long chains. So you just can't get enough of these. Right. Excuse me. 36 inches. Love it.
Wow, that is long.
Oh, see, that is right. We've got to get the amber back out. Now imagine that with the amber. All you need to do is just add on a little jump ring, actually, so it sits correctly. That amber does not want to stay with me tonight, does it? There we go. So just imagine that, and what a lovely gift that would be. Really, really beautiful. And get my big fingers out of the way. So you just drop that onto a jump ring and that would be lovely. Obviously you could do something far more elaborate with that if you wanted to. But a really lovely chain, very, very nice to see that. It's the sterling silver, it's a box chain, it's classic, so you've got really, really lovely lustre coming off the box chain. But we don't get that many 36 inches in terms of the chains, and actually I do think personally for a 36-inch chain that's kind of for me as long as I kind of would like to go. I think anything longer than that and it's going to be sort of tucking in your jeans, it's going to be a little bit too long, isn't it? But they are just fab, and obviously you don't need to open up the clasp. You can just pop those over your head, and even just with as I'm wearing tonight, just a very sort of simple black sort of camisole top, you can see, I mean, on its own, you can see it sort of glistening just as you move very, very gently. But of course, because it's got a clasp on there as well, your 36-inch chain, you can obviously take that off. You can wrap that around very, very easily. Wrap it around twice if you want to do on the neckline as well. And it's just going to look gorgeous. And it's light. You don't want big, thick, heavy chains all the time, do you?
It's a nice one to layer up with some shorter ones as well.
Very nice, yeah, all about the layering. But you can see there that kind of sparkling away. It's beautiful. Lovely with a nice big feature pendant on there, of course, if you wanted to do that as well. But for me, these are always an absolute no-brainer. Definitely one to stack up. We'll go straight down. We've only got 10. Only got 10 remaining. These are storming out of the building. And of course, because of your bolt ring clasp, I won't do it all the way around. Again, think about your bracelets as well. Wrapping that around if you want to have that as a bracelet. It's going to go a few more times than that. For 36 inches, £14.95 is bonkers, utterly bonkers. I don't know how we do this with the chains. I love it. And that's 9 to 5 sterling. It's not silver plated, it's 9 to 5 sterling silver, which is pretty remarkable when you consider you've got 3 grams of 9 to 5 sterling. And I do love the box chain. I really like that sort of slightly squared off visual that you get on the chain, but actually sterling silver is one of the most reflective metals that you have, and you can see it working perfectly on this particular chain. So pick one up, have a little look. You've got your 30-day money back guarantee, which I don't believe you're going to need at all on something like this, because that's just absolutely fab. Or if you just pop it in your gift drawer, if you're not quite sure who that's going to go to right now, I'm sure you'll want one for you, just pop it in your gift drawer. Think about the little pendants that you could add on to that, but just a really good and a healthy silver weight. 3 grams of sterling silver, obviously over your 36 inches, just beautiful. So it's kind of a chain you can rely on as well. If you have got pendants that are a little bit more precious, you want to make sure you've absolutely got a really nice sturdy chain to pop your pendants on there. But they are absolutely fantastic.
Would be nice nice to use with some of the silver cerulean bezels that are coming up, because they've got a loop either side, so you could dangle more chain as a tassel from the bottom of it, and have
a nice long chain
pendant.
Would work and great for the summer and for the winter. Obviously, if you sort of when we go into winter and you're wearing, love them. It's funny actually, because I maxi dress-tastic with the long chains, but actually in the winter I think I wear them as just as much in the winter as I do in the summer, to be fair, because you sort of got your roll necks or your polo necks on, or lovely. Let's not talk about those right now then. $14.95, very well done on those. Right, pop that back into there. There we go. Right, number 15. Was it 15? 15? I'm in 15. Did I not say 15? Did I? Oh, don't wind me up, Tom. Don't wind me up. I haven't got the brain cells for that tonight. Right, it's hard. The suitcase arrived back, but my brain cells are probably in my hand luggage still somewhere. Have a little look at this. This is glorious. Natural lapis. Oh, adorable. Wow, they are. Gosh, they pop. Look at this. This is a fabulous strand. This is really scrumptious, because not only do you have the lapis, but you've got your little spaces that are happening in between here as well. That is delicious. This would work quite nicely perhaps with the garnet. We've got the garnet obviously coming up for you at 10 to the hour. Really very much a statement gemstone. Natural lapis lazuli. We do get lapis that isn't natural, and that's fine. When you have gemstones that are perhaps treated in some way, whether they're irradiated or heat treated, fine, not a problem, as long as it's disclosed, not a problem. But when you get the natural beauty, particularly with lapis lazuli like this, they are stunning. And look at that tone. That saturation of colour as well is just so exciting. It's a really rich blue. You can see, I think, when you look at a strand like this, why lapis lazuli was used as a painting element, while it was ground down, mixed with an oil and used in painting, because it's such a pure blue colour. It's a very royal colour. Look at that. And of course you've got that wonderful gold within the fool's gold that's there within the gemstone. Very well cut, every one. Every single one of these rondelles, you've got that expert faceting on every single one. And they're nice depths. Can you see, actually, they're all slightly different. Some are a little bit fatter, some are a little bit thinner, some are a bit wider, some are a bit taller, some are a bit smaller. That sounds like I'm going to break into song for some reason. I'm sure there's a song where I wish I was a little bit taller, or something like that. 18 centimetre strand, but it's very high quality on your lapis lazuli. 65 carats worth. And then you've got the little spaces in between, which are so cute. Because obviously you're going to use those. They almost look slightly pearl, don't they, in between? Really pretty. And of course I would wrap that up in gold. I would smother that in gold, but they are so glorious. 5x2 to 9x5, so you've got that very sort of gentle graduation. But the natural quality of the lapis is very striking. That wonderful, it's almost like a cobalt blue, isn't it? That pure blue that you're seeing going right the way through. I've never met anybody that doesn't like lapis lazuli. No,
there are very few people who don't like blue of some sort.
Yeah.
And I actually think that would be really nice, just with a simple rosary link between each one, just in a little bracelet. Be delicate and pretty.
Totally. And of course, you obviously got little tassels on the end of the strand. They're massive at the moment, aren't they?
They are.
So much jewellery, tassel earrings. They're going to look fantastic. It's a beautiful strand. It's not one I see too often, and it's very beautiful in terms of that colour, that classic royal blue, that classic royal hue. But 65 whole carats of a gemstone like this is really going some. An ancient gemstone, of course, it's been with us for hundreds and hundreds of years, and it's definitely cemented itself amongst, I think, some of the top tier of the gemstones. One that we love, $10.95. I didn't even see that coming on screen then. That's wonderful. 65 carats of gemstone. I'm sure you've probably worked with lapis lazuli before. Have you worked with it when it's been this shape, when you've got the rondelles? It's quite a classic actually, and it does lend itself perfectly, of course. If I wrap that around, I just think for the bracelets it looks gorgeous. As Jo said, with a little bit of rosary link perhaps connecting those together.
Or
really
because
simple.
of their shape, they could act as a spacer between a larger bead. So if you were making something really chunky.
Well, I'm just thinking even the garnet in there. You've got two really sort of deep gemstones, two really big gems. But of course you've got the faceting on both. You've got more of the rounds on the garnet. But it's just about having a play, isn't it? It's about getting them home and having a little bit of a look and seeing sort of what tickles your fancy, really. But so you can see all of those lovely individual gemstones on the lapis. £10.95. 0800 644 655 on the telephone lines, on the web at jewellerymaker.com. Congratulations. Well done in Shropshire. Congratulations for checking out on those. Great choice. I think definitely, especially at a price like that, you're never going to go wrong, are you? Wonderful choice, of course, of gemstone there. And of course, your 30-day money-back guarantee. One set of postage and packaging throughout the entire day. So use it. It's there for you. So use it. Have a little look at all of these different pieces, because I think you'd be quite surprised sometimes when you get them home what works with what. And it's sometimes you're looking at the screen and it's only when you get them home and sort of lay all the gemstones out that you actually make those connections between certain gems and think, well, actually that looks quite nice with that. Oh, that works really well with this. So great choice, great price at £10.95. Add them to your order. Make sure you're checking out on those. Lovely with pearls as well, always, I think, on the lapis. So very, very well done. Right. We have an amazing, amazing necklace to share with you right now. It's our first star buy of the evening. Whether you like gold, whether you like silver, you're going to love this star buy necklace. Coming up now. I love this necklace. Two-tone, works with everything. If you're having a silver day, brilliant. If you're having a gold day, brilliant, perfect. I've never seen this before. This is wonderful. Have a little gorgeous twist in the links. You've got almost that, it's almost like we've edged it with gold. Doesn't that look looks incredibly expensive. I think that's one of the first things when I saw this necklace.
You know what that looks like to me? That looks like tiny diamonds. In the centre,
yes,
where the silver is edged with a bit of gold. It's so sparkly.
It's really, really pretty. It does actually, when you look at it on there, it's because you've got this twist, you can see there it's just really reflecting the light perfectly. And obviously sterling silver, it almost looks diamond cut somehow, whether it's been diamond cut or set with diamonds, as Joe said. But you have amazing sparkle and twinkle in there. And then that lovely edging, very difficult to do, I presume, when you've got all of that sort of gold that's just being sort of showing off on that twist. Very, very elegant. Just looks like fine Italian jewellery. It looks incredibly, incredibly expensive, as you're seeing that. A real statement necklace that actually, probably looking at that thinking, don't really need to do much with that. Probably don't need to do anything with that apart from wear it.
Imagine that with a little black dress. I mean, you have a black top
gorgeous.
on. I think you need to put it on, yeah.
I'm there. I'm there already. If I just hold that up, that's kind of the necklace you pop on and you leave.
Yeah.
You sleep and breathe in, you wear daytime, evening.
Yeah.
Totally desk to dance floor, as I like to say. That is, my mum would love this, my sister would love this. I think that's really, really quite a statement necklace because it's so subtly done, it looks incredibly expensive because of it. Does that make sense? You look at it one way and like Joe said, you probably think that it's set with precious diamonds, and because of that twinkle, because of that sparkle and all of those little twists and loops, and it's not itchy, it's not scratchy at all when you're wearing that, because sometimes I know sort of when I've tried certain necklaces on, sometimes they kind of catch a little bit, don't they? And you're not going to wear them if that's the case. You want them to be comfortable, but very, very beautiful. Imagine giving that as a gift in a lovely presentation case and a lovely gift box. I'd be over the moon with something like that. It's just incredible. You wouldn't want anything else, would you? That's for sure. Excuse me. Oh, Sandra has this and said, I have this, it's stunning. I bet you live and breathe in it, don't you? I bet you wear it a lot. Or do you save it for a special occasion? It's one of those, isn't it? Sometimes I buy those nice pieces of jewellery and think, I'm just going to save that, and then I end up, I can't, I've just got to wear it. I've got to wear it. And you should wear them and enjoy them, quite frankly. But it's very, very beautifully made, the detail. And 4 grams of sterling silver. 4 grams. Let's think about that. We had 3 grams in that wonderful 36-inch necklace. This is only 18 inches and you've got 4 grams average in that sterling silver. And you can see it. You really can see it. That should not be a price we ever move from. £24.95 for a necklace like this, a really elegant necklace like that. But we are going to. We're going to have to do it. We're going to be rebels without a cause tonight. But so I see I'm still in holiday mode, so we'll keep doing it. Excuse me. So if you are interested in getting this home today, whether it's for yourself, whether it's for a gift, give it a whirl, because at a price like you are going to pay tonight, you're going to love it. And of course, don't forget, everybody pays the final low price wherever you come in at. That price is going down
That's a steal for that, isn't it?
That's really exciting, yeah.
That makes it something that you can wear all day, every day without 100%. Feeling guilty about it.
100%. Double it, triple it, you'd be happy.
Yeah.
You'd be happy. If somebody said, oh, I can do that today for $29.95, you'd be there. 4 grams of sterling silver with that lovely detail, with that gorgeous twist. And because it's on your neckline, of course, it is going to move a little bit. Fabulous. That, it kind of wants that. It kind of really sort of reacts to that as it's moving, because you've got these beautiful spirals of sterling silver glittering away. That is such a lovely, lovely choice. It's a lobster. It's a lobster claw glass. You see, you've not worked with me for a while, Tom. I'm like this. I am like this all the time, though, aren't I? I'm making it out like it's because I'm back from holiday, but I do generally struggle with speaking, which is a bit unfortunate in my job. But anyway, $14.95 on the sterling. So no idea what I was going to tell you then. Maggie, well done, congratulations. Why not? Treat yourself today. I know there's lots of opportunities throughout the day, but that's such a beautiful necklace, one I've not come across before, and I just think that is fantastic. And of course, whether you wear your gold, your yellow gold, or your sterling silver, your white gold, your platinum, that's going to literally work with everything. Even if you wear your rose gold, it's about mixing up those precious metals right now, isn't it? So such a beautiful sparkling opportunity there, and at a price like that, literally a snip of a price. That is fantastic. Hello, Florida. Oh, that's going to look a bit fabulous in the Florida sunshine, isn't it? That's going to be twinkling away beautifully. Hello, Sally. Nice to see you there today. Great choice. $14.95. Wonderful. Is it 32 degrees in Florida at the moment?
Shall we all go to Florida?
I could do that. I could cope with that. We discovered it was about close to 40 degrees where we were in Turkey. We thought it was about 30. We're going, oh, it's a bit hot today. It was closer to 40. Got home and it was like, okay, let's half that, minus a few more degrees.
Turn the heating on.
I know, it's like, where's my hoodie? I'm freezing. So very, very well done. Janet, Evelyn, congratulations. Beautiful, beautiful. I see, I should have brought you some, shouldn't I? Sorry. I did bring a little pot of Turkish Delight because it was like a pomegranate flavour. I don't really do Turkish Delight normally, but I tried this pomegranate. Oh, it was delicious. And then discovered it because I didn't think my mum and dad liked Turkish Delight. And they went, oh, we love it. I went, oh, I feel so guilty. So I gave them most of it and left myself with about 5 cubes because I'm a lovely daughter. Sorry, Mike. Oh, next time. Next year. Oh, you'd like the pomegranate one. Pomegranate. I'm not so keen on the rose, but the pomegranate's lovely. Very nice. Yeah. Right, very well done on those. Continue to check out on that. Congratulations. 800 644 655, and it's yours. Well done. Congratulations. So now I'm thinking about Turkish Delight. Thinking about
it's food.
Wanting to. It's food. Generally. Here we go again. Right. Let's pop. Did I pop that back onto? Yeah. Let me put it back on there. Otherwise, I'll get confused. Right. Box number 1. Wow, that's a little bit heavy and gorgeous. You've got, there's a lot on here, my goodness me. Wow, you've got 1 mil here, your 1 mil wire. That is, see, straight away the luxury of that gold just absolutely comes through. You're getting 50 metres here. 50 metres of your gold coloured copper wire, and of course the 1 mil, really, really nice to work with. It's a lovely wire to manipulate and work with. With the 1 mil, we're generally talking about sort of the structural sort of wire, aren't we?
You could use it in your rings, or if you were doing your channel setting, you could use those as your main wires and then use a thinner wire to wrap in between. Or if you're making any kind of shape, if you're making a flower or a leaf, you want to use the thicker wire to form your structure.
Yeah, and you can weave in between. Yeah. And it is lovely wire to work with, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see there, it's really, even though you've got the 1 metre, that's really wide, the 1 millimetre, be massive, wouldn't it? You can see just sort of bending that around how malleable it is. Obviously, you're always going to be careful with it, and you're not going to pull it around, but you can see it's really, really lovely to manipulate. And that colour, it's literally like spun gold, pure luxury.
Lovely with that lapis that you had earlier.
Oh, wouldn't it? Let's grab that out, actually, because we're talking about, obviously, lapis and gold kind of go together, don't they? So if you did get the lapis lazuli strand, or you want to try and pick one of those up, have a little look and see if there's any of those available on the web. That would look lovely. If you did the rosary link or something in between there. Yeah. So beautiful. Lapis and gold, perfect combination. But it's going to last a pretty long time as well, if you're thinking about that. 50 metres of your gold-coloured copper wire. I think you'll be using that quite a lot. For £17.95, that's 36 pence per
Great
metre.
maths, Ruth.
Thank you.
Great maths.
Call me Ruth Vorderman. Absolutely. I'll be there on countdown soon. That would be my worst nightmare. I couldn't. I don't know how they do it. Don't know how they do it. Maths and me, we're not friends. We're not friends. Scrape to see at GCSE. I don't know how to this day. 50 metres there, and that is incredible. If you're just thinking about adding to your stash, if you're just thinking about sort of starting on that one, that's going to be absolutely fantastic to have. I don't think I've rarely got through a spool of wire.
No, and when you've got 50 metres, you're not frightened to try something, because if it doesn't work, you've got so much on that reel.
Yeah.
It's
different to when you've got perhaps like the precious, if you've just got maybe the pure sterling silver wire, which obviously comes in the smaller lengths. Obviously, then you've got to be a little bit careful. But you can almost practice.
Yeah.
You've got so much on there. But it's great. It's lovely to work with. Don't be afraid of that at all for all the wire workers that are out there. And even just thinking, obviously, we've got these huge cabochons that are coming up for you a little bit later. I'll lift them up because I've got my sticky bead mat, so I can do that, even though I feel a bit frightened because it's me. But you can see there, the sticky bead mat does exactly what it says on the tin. Imagine using the copper wire and just wrapping the pendants up in there, because that's how I kind of started when I got first sort of involved in my jewellery making. I went crazy over the big pendants. I got loads of those, and I just started to wrap and wrap, very much freehand, very much organic, created a bail at the top and had some lovely big pendants, and they would work so well together. And you can see there, look at that sheen, it's gorgeous, very, very rich, 50 whole metres worth of wire within there. So yeah, don't be afraid, do use that, have a little play with it and just add it into your stash. If you haven't got the gold colour, go for it. It's very, very different to perhaps some of the more muted shades or the antique shade. That's your pure luxury, pure gold. It's fab. Fab, fab, fab. Right, let's dive. And actually, see, the garnet would look lovely with the wire that we've just done. But if you really want to go for one of the big precious gemstones, these are superb. I brought the emerald strand of this. It's a strand of real, genuine, precious rubies. They are luscious. Look at the colour of these. These are natural. Oh my word.
Those are gorgeous. They are gorgeous.
Fab. Top quality, top grade. I mean, look at the colour that you're seeing there. These are something special. You know you've got something special in your hands. When you see colour like this, when you see a reaction like that, you just absolutely know. They are Indian ruby, amazing carat weight, 30 carats of ruby. And every single one of these, each individual stone has been faceted by hand. Every single one of them taken up to a drill bit. Literally, you have the drill bit that's sort of pointing down. The gem is taken in the hand and it's taken up to the drill bit. It's done by eye, and that drill bit has to go right through, right into the centre of the gem. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Because if you get that wrong, if you're a slight sort of, you know, a hundredth or a tenth of a millimetre off, it's going to split the stone. You can't afford to do that. Very intense, but my goodness me, very, very, very talented. But you can see it's all about the quality of the gemstones that we've started off with here. Obviously, we've got a higher quality in terms of, or a much higher recognised, shall we say, gemstone in hand here. Your ruby gemstones are very much loved the world over. But if you are selling your jewellery, goodness me, to have the chance to sell a ruby bracelet is absolutely fantastic. I would definitely have to have one of these in my collection, first of all. I did buy the emerald strand and I love it. But nice size as well, 2x1 up to 4x2. Whether you're just using those all out, and you're just putting all of those into one particular piece of jewellery, a bracelet, or whether you're perhaps just taking a little section of ruby, you could do that as well, couldn't you? Just maybe.
Well, I was just thinking, because rubies are special, aren't they? They're one of the special ones. So what if you had done like a pearl stretchy bracelet and you just had one of those dangling like a charm?
Oh, lovely.
Off the end. So you use them really, really sparingly.
Yeah.
And they'll go a long way.
Yeah, they were little drop earrings would look fantastic. Or maybe just a little section of 3 of those on a little bracelet. Absolutely beautiful. But they're rubies, and that's the key. When you've got Indian ruby as well, definitely we should be here at £27.95. You've literally got one of the kings of the gemstone world. But we are on a roll today. We're going to carry on rolling the prices down for you as far as we can, so you can add these to your order. I don't even, doesn't want to do it, doesn't want to go. There we go. Big drop, really big drop, £17.95. Have a little look around if you want to buy a full-on, and let's just use all of them for the purposes, but if you were to buy a full-on 30 carat faceted ruby bracelet, that's not a price. 60p a carat, they'd wrap you up and march you out, wouldn't they? They would. You'd be wearing that jacket for a long time. £17.95 So gorgeous. And they really sparkle. You've got quite an opaque nature to the gem. They're not transparent. That's fine. You get opaque, you get transparent, not a problem. But look how they sparkle, and that's all to do with the faceting. That's really down to those incredible facets on the rondelles, but $17.95. Can you imagine if you were selling that on your store? You're not going to be doing that at $17.95 anywhere close.
Nobody's going to believe that you're selling a ruby bracelet at £17.
And you know what? You probably wouldn't sell it because that's exactly that would be my reaction anyway. I'd be looking and think they're not rubies. Yeah, absolutely. Just not going to happen. You expect to pay more. They're rubies. Of course you do. Very well done if you're checking out on those. Got quite a few of those in baskets as well right now. Check them out. You won't be disappointed. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. Definitely needs an authenticity certificate. That's just 25p. So still we're way, way, way under your £20 mark. If you're adding in, I would actually add a couple of certificates because if you are thinking of splitting those up and maybe sort of, I don't know, you could even create sort of 15, 20 pieces of jewellery with little sections of ruby in, you will want the certificates in there as well. Certificate, managed to say that without stumbling too badly. That's good.
It's good.
Yep. So it's
coming back.
40 minutes in, we're getting there. We're warming up. I'll be all right by 10 o'clock. Love with that. Stephanie, well done. Mary, congratulations. Suzette, Lindsay, Bidder and County Antrim, check that out. $17.95, and you have a very precious strand indeed here. Whether you're putting that together with silver, whether you're putting that together with gold, absolutely the word's your lobster on that. Just incredibly, incredibly high quality, high end, high caliber for your ruby gemstones. 30 carats, magnificent. Very well done on those. Laura, I hope you managed to get those. Congratulations. Wonderful, really, really wonderful. Right, let's pop those back. Where did I get those out of? That was number 9, wasn't it? Yep. Like to put them back in the right boxes. Gorgeous, such a sparkly gemstone. If I said to you you could get more sparkle from this gemstone than possibly in some diamonds, you probably wouldn't believe me. But that's the case because this is zircon. This is one of the, gosh, that looks lovely. Really, really beautiful against the skin tone. Really subtle. But so beautiful. It almost looks like champagne. I love this. Zircon gemstones are so old. Very ancient gemstone, kind of predated time. We had to reset the globe because of this gemstone. 20 carats of cognac zircon. It's so soft, it's so sublime, it's so subtle, but my gosh, that's like stars from heaven. It's really one of the most sparklicious strands I think I've seen.
It's beautiful.
Actually.
I would use that with my, because I'm seed bead fanatic. I would do a netted bracelet, which just basically means with the seed beads you make loads of little triangle or sort of diamond shapes joined together, but then you fill in the diamond shape with those as the embellishment, and it will just look so beautiful.
So I'd love that. Again, that's sort of a little friendship bracelet that you wouldn't want to take off because it is kind of, I wouldn't say it's quite a nude colour, you know what I mean, in terms of that blending with the skin tone. Really special. Really,
and
really
because
lovely.
of the size, you could wear it with other bracelets as well and just layer it all up.
Yeah, totally. And again, because it's such a glamorous gemstone, sometimes with some of the friendship bracelets that I've got, I wear them in the daytime, and sometimes if I'm going out in the evening and wearing something a little bit sort of special and you're dressing up, sometimes I take the friendship bracelets off. They don't feel glamorous enough, but that one does. Yeah. That's one that I would just keep on. I would add in maybe a gold bracelet alongside that, or even my silver bracelets alongside that. It is special enough to do that. Lovely strand, 17 centimetres, but you can see those colours are so beautiful. But definitely cut for sparkle, 100%. You can see all of that in there. Cut for sparkle, cut to really, really shine and sparkle, and look absolutely fantastic. To be fair, get the price straight down for you. I love that. I love that. $15.95. Some wonderful sort of peach tones in there as well. Really pretty. Maybe some little pearls in there would look gorgeous. So many different colours I think you could actually pop in there. It's picking out the rose tones if you want to put a little bit of morganite alongside. Gold, definitely. Citrine.
Your rose golds would look lovely with that as well.
The rose gold skull.
The skull. Oh. So you make a bracelet with that and have your skull.
That would look really, really nice. And I've got my skull at home still. Let's just bring that in. That would look really, really pretty. Oh yeah, that would really work. Just really soft, really subtle. Very cute. That's very nice. Very easy to do that as well. That would be lovely. Well done on that. $15.95. Congratulations. Lots and lots still to do for you today. Definitely want to just pop that in. That's beautiful. Well, time is ticking. It's time to do the garnet. It's up for pre-orders anyway, so it's brand new to the Late Show this evening, brand new to us. So we're going to bring this to you right now as a star buy. Amazing, amazing garnet, and of course, not forgetting these gorgeous gemstones are completely, totally, utterly natural. Have a look. Wowzers, disco balls of gorgeousness. Wonderful, rich, deep, glorious garnet gemstones. These are fantastic. Almost a deep sort of pomegranate red coming out in there as well. What a size. What a size. Considering these are natural gemstones, unbelievable quality of the garnet. Very, very deep, very, very seductive. 540 carats. I think this is one of the only places where you can say 540 carats and then keep talking. Yeah. Because actually it's almost like in the real world, if you say, I've just bought a carat of gemstone, we go, wow, what a carat. Quarter carat of gemstone, oh gosh, 540 carats. And it seems normal here. It's not normal. You've got a 12mm gemstone. Every single one of these spheres, they are luscious. But because you've got this really deep, really intense colour, you need that. These are flying out. My gosh, well done, everyone. They are absolutely spectacular, but they need that fasting to give them that extra life and that extra energy from the gemstone. I might count these actually because there's quite a few on there. It's a 38cm strand, so let's have a bit of a quick count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 33 on that strand, so approximately 33. You might get 34, you might get 32, but your carat weight, 540 carats. Think big, chunky, stretchy bracelets. Think massive, massive statement necklaces. They are glorious. That's about 16.5 carats in each gemstone. I didn't work that out, that's Tom. But they are beautiful. So just one of those, picking out one of those on a necklace, just as a centerpiece, I think would be absolutely adorable. And they are certainly going to sparkle, certainly set to sparkle. They share the same crystal group as that of a diamond, but they are natural. You can't change. They won't take a treatment. They don't need to take a treatment. But the very gemstone that you've got, the garnet, from the word granatus, meaning seed, there is a link to the pomegranate seed with that. And actually, when you slice a pomegranate in half and you see all of those lovely juicy seeds inside, if you actually go and mine for garnet very often, they're in a cluster like that, just like within a pomegranate. I saw some amazing pomegranate trees in Turkey, actually.
That's why you got your Turkish delight.
Exactly, the pomegranate infused.
Must be. Yeah.
It's really nice, really lovely. Did I what? Did I pick one? No, they weren't quite ready. And it was on somebody's farm, so that's stealing in effect, Leah. Did you pick one? No, but I did buy a big one when I got home. Yeah, it's nice in gin as well, pomegranate seeds. Going back to gin. Well done, lots and lots of collectors checking out on these. You have lovely pomegranate juice as well in Turkey that you put on your food. Oh, delicious. Right, let's give you a delicious price on this for an epic strand, a big, bold, beautiful strand. Wow, wow. You forget they're garnets. You forget that they are real, genuine gemstones. 540 carats for £8.95. That's 2p per carat. Phew, that's amazing. Doesn't that look fabulous on the neckline? Maybe you could do a lovely big sort of statement pendant drop on that as well.
Yeah.
I'm thinking sort of Christmas time, if you're going to a big sort of party or anything. They are wonderful. Good size, aren't they?
They are magnificent. I do a lot of seed bead ropes, which can work out to be quite chunky, but they take a long time to make. So if you just did a small section to go in the middle and then use those as the beads to go around the rest of your necklace.
Fabulous. Really fabulous. And I think you need to see these at home because they're so rich, they're so sort of saturated. Sometimes when you see them on screen, they can look almost black, but you can see that deep red within, and they almost kind of glitter. And when you look at them sort of up close and personal, great reception to these, not surprising. It is the gem of friendship, so maybe it's time to make friends with the garnet. So £8.95 if you want to grab one or two or three. You're not limited on those. Again, add your certificate of authenticity in there as well. And think about what you're going to put with your garnet gemstones. Are you going to add in the opulence of gold? If I bring that gold copper wire in there again. That looks so rich, so rich. Maybe you want to drop in a couple of pearls in between. What are you going to use in there?
That's a good combination. The pearls with the garnet is a really good combination.
I think so. They work really well. We'll look at some pearls in a little bit. Well done, Isabel, Valerie, Linda, congratulations. Hello, Ruth, nice to see you there. Good name. Jill, congratulations to you as well. £8.95. They are chunky monkeys. They're gorgeous. Looking really fabulous. Doing very well indeed on those. Great work. Congratulations to you. Spot on. £8.95. They are pretty fabulous. Well done. 540 carats. You can keep adding those to your order. They are new to us to the late show, new to us tonight actually. So very well done. And nice to have that size, the 12mm. Work a lot with the 4mm, the 8, but the 10, the 12. Real impact gemstones. So fabulous work on those. Congratulations. A few more to check out on, so keep going on those. And we've got time to squeeze in one or two more. Right. These are adorable. Love these. So I would have to just go full on.
That's a perfect winter gemstone, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
They're also, I just think with right, let me show you, because otherwise I'll be looking at these and you'll be like, come on, share. Everyone so full of character. Everyone is completely different. I always think when I look at these gems, they always remind me of the most fabulous marbles when I see Botswana agate, or as though you've just dipped them into paint and you take them out and you see all the lovely little sort of waves within there. They're so unique, each and every single one. They're fabulous. Look at those. I mean, it's pretty bonkers, isn't it, when you look at gems like this, to think that that's Mother Nature. That Mother Nature's created these gemstones, that they've not been sort of specifically man-made by a computer or something. Every single one unique, every single one different, every single one special. It's almost like little speckles on that centre, a little bit almost marbled. Reminds me, actually, I did a gorge walk when I was on my holidays, and sort of walking through the gorge, and you see where where the land has moved and shifted. And you see all the different sort of waves in the rock, and you can see actually when you look into the gemstone that association with the land. So there weren't snakes there, no, Mike. There weren't. No, I wouldn't have gone in had there been. I'd have been very quickly out, I can tell you that much. But 480 carats. There's some lovely sort of russet, almost reds that are coming through, some very soft pinks, some sort of sandy tones in there, but really lovely gemstones. Holiday gemstones for the winter, as Joe said. Beautiful. They're really forgiving somehow as well, aren't they? Really flattering. Love them. And huge carat weight again. £17.95 for your Botswana agate. It's a different location, that one. 38 centimetres. Let's have a count, shall we? Let's see how many we've got on here.
They are
2, 4. They are 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28 on that strand. So 14mm, so even bigger than the garnets, but they are fabulous. Look at all of those. 64 pence per stone per gemstone, 64 pence. You would definitely, I mean, just a couple of those, 3 of those as a centerpiece would look absolutely beautiful. 1 of those on its own, but look, you really want to take these home and have a good sort of explore around the gems, because they all kind of seem to tell a different story. It's almost like when you sort of see within a tree trunk and you kind of count the rings of life. Yes. So fascinating. Beautiful. Very well done on those. Stephen and Karen, collector in Cheshire. Mauricio, very well done to you indeed. £17.95. You're not going to go wrong with a strand like this. Not for that kind of a price. You're not. 480 carats. Wonderful. Congratulations on those. Beautiful. In fact, hold on. Before I put those away, let me just bring the garnet back and see. They do work really nicely. And you're getting a different element, because obviously the garnets were faceted, the Botswana agate is polished. You've got 2 sort of different dimensions. Imagine just a single garnet in between the Botswana agate, even if it was just for a couple in the centre to make a feature. Maybe 5 of the garnets are sort of in between 3 of the Botswana agate. Really nice, aren't they? And it's nice. It's nice to play with different texture, isn't it? To have sometimes the polished and the faceted. Yeah. They're great. Very well done. Keep adding those to your order. The Botswana agate and the garnet. Big deal to have that. Brand new on the garnet strand. They are fabulous. But after the break, we're going to join the gorgeous Jo, because we're going to bring to you the first of the Cerulean kits tonight. We've got an amazing kit to share with you. It's called Careless Whisper. It's fabulous. You're going to love it. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a couple of moments. Get ready for our first kit tonight. We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Lovely to have your company tonight. Thank you very much for staying with us. We've got a cracking show, and we're about to bring to you our first kit of the evening, which is Careless Whisper. So beautiful and very sparkly. We are, of course, celebrating our day today, which is our Cerulean Day. If you've never worked with it, you're going to love it. Simple as that. I think it's a really lovely, really easy sort of medium to work with. It doesn't involve any baking, anything like that. And we're going to go over to Joe in a second to have a little look how it's done. But you need the pieces to work with first of all. Let's show you what we have, because there are kind of two elements to this. We've got two kits, if you like, to sort of start with on this particular one. So first of all, do you want to do the bezels first of all, or the actual, no, it was the actual cerulean, wasn't it? Yeah, let's bring these in and let's have a little look at these so you can see all of the different elements. It's magical, quite frankly, absolutely fantastic. So what you're seeing here, first of all, are your Swarovski elements to the first part of the kit. You get the most incredible sparkle. They're all very precisely cut, which is why when you're looking at these crystals, you see so much going on within them. They are stunning. We're looking at a mix of stones here. You've got of crystals rather. You've got the Navette fancy shapes. You've got the round of the crystal. You also, you can see you've got the pear shapes in there as well. The Navette, I love seeing the Navette shape. That's really exciting for me.
It's gorgeous, and the colour of that and some of the smaller crystals. They are a little bit aquamarine-y, aren't they? They're yes. Really pretty, a delicate blue.
Look at that. So it's like a snowy ice white, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a glacier, but you can see, because of the really precise faceting that you, of course, get on the Swarovski crystals, you can see just, they catch the light absolutely majestically. So you get that wonderful Linnett stone that's within there. You get one of those. You also get the round. Let me show, actually, I'll pick out the pear shapes in here, because you've got two of the pear shapes. We'll gradually go up in terms of quantity. So you get one of the Linnetts. Look at those pairs. Again, you start to see, look at all of the different colours that are coming out. Absolutely, it's almost like a mirror effect. You look deep into the crystal. They're utterly, utterly beautiful. You get two of those, actually, of the pear shape. You've got the Swarovski rounds in here as well, which is actually, you've got a 24 pack. You've got different sizes on the rounds. I'm just making sure I'm getting all of these right for you. You've got a 24 pack of the 3mm, and you've got a 24 pack of the 2mm as well, and you've also got the 1.65mm, of which you get around 200. So if I line those up, again, working in sort of reverse, you've got the larger, which you can see in there, and some are upside down, some are sort of facing upwards, but you just give you a bit of an idea in terms of the sizes. So that's the largest, they're the 3mm. Next up, sitting alongside there, you've got the pack of 24 of the 2mm. You can see you've got all of those in there. And then last but not least, look at all of these glittering away. They're so fabulous. Absolutely glorious. You've got 200 of the 1.65. So don't forget, you've got one of the big Linnett shapes, two of the pear shapes, and you've got three of the different sizes there of your rounds, all perfectly faceted, of course, which Swarovski is renowned for when we're talking about these crystals. And then your pièce de résistance. Let's have a little look. I'm going to turn these around, actually, because you've got the two different colours. Let's have a little look at those. Well, this is your silver. So there we go. So you've got your silver of the resin in this one.
So one is the colour and one is the hardener.
So one of them is the resin, the epoxy resin clay. The other one is the hardener. They're mixed together, and you literally mix these together by hand, and that's what forms your malleable clay. Now, as I'm saying this, Joe's already starting to mix, because it takes 3-4 minutes.
3 to 4 minutes to mix the two together properly.
Yeah.
So I've started a bit earlier just to get it mixed, so you don't have to watch me mixing it for 4 minutes.
We could have had a cup of tea, had a chat and a cup of tea for 4 minutes. So Joe started to do that, but as you can see, it's literally a question of taking those two elements and mixing them together by hand. So they're both silver. You can see on there, one is the actual resin, as it says, and one is the hardener, as it says on there as well. And we'll talk to Joe about sort of how you work with these in terms of how you keep them, how long it takes, but we'll do all of that in a moment. So this is part one of the kit, and specifically designed to take the crystals to work with those. It's a really versatile sort of strong two-component, very high performance material that we're working with here. They're just fabulous. Now, the recording, by the way, doesn't show everything you get. That's just a bit of an indication. So what we've done on that is just to show you the Linnett shape, which you get one of. You've got the two pear shapes either side. But just so you know, at the front, that's just a little scattering, a little soupçon of the crystals. You are getting, what, 251 elements, so of the smaller crystals in there as well. So we've just given you a little bit of an indication of those. So you are getting quite a lot within this, but they are specifically developed and tailored to really take the Swarovski crystals here. And your price is coming in right now, and what you're going to be able to create, I think you're going to love. I think you're going to love at £27.95. Particularly, don't forget the Swarovski elements are amazing and lovely to get this colour. Now, bit of an indication or a bit of a preview as to what Joe's done with this particular kit. As ever, very brilliantly and very successfully. Look at that bracelet. My goodness me. And the ring, wow. As soon as I saw that today, I went absolutely gaga. That ring is amazing. And don't panic if you're looking at those pieces right now thinking, I love the bracelet, I love that ring. How on earth am I don't have it? We've got the bezels coming up for you as well. So hang fire, we're going to do the second element for you as well. But I think the beauty, and when you're seeing this, it's very easy to work with. I'm sure
this
Joe
is the first time that I've worked with Sarah Lynn, and I have had so much fun. I've been looking around the house thinking, toaster looks a bit boring and the kettle looks a little dull, but I don't think a house of men would appreciate a Swarovski kettle
no, probably
or toaster.
Not. No.
But I have seen a full cash register covered in the Sarah Lynn clay with the crystals.
It's big right now, isn't it? I think a lot of people, and I'm following a couple of people on Instagram at the moment. It's all about sparkle at the moment, anywhere you can. And I keep looking at this website, and there's dining room tables and chairs and television cabinets, everything sparkled up.
Well, can you imagine if you're going out for the night and you've got a pair of heels and you just put a few of these on the heel?
Well, I bought some trainers when I got married last year. I bought some trainers and I bought some Swarovski crystals and I blinged them up. I did the toes and I did the back. I never wore them on my wedding day in the end. I thought it would be funky, and by the evening I didn't want to take my shoes off. But I love them. I love them. So every time now I'm looking at shoes, I look at these things and think, you literally can do anything. But the Cerulean particularly really is designed to take the crystals, isn't it?
Yeah, beautifully, and it will stick to a lot of different surfaces as well. When I was doing my research to find out what it was all about, you know, it's not just the metals, it's woods and some leathers, and you can really go to town. But we've got lovely bezels with this.
Exactly. Exactly, and at $27.95, a lot of you loving this quite rightly tonight. It's a great kit to work with. It's really simple. I think one of the key things for me as well is you don't necessarily need, the ovens, you don't need to be cooking, you don't need to be doing X, Y, Z. It's really, really easy to work with. Just that conditioning as Joe's doing right now in terms of just mixing the two together, the two elements, the resin and the hardener, 4 minutes and you're ready to go. You're ready to start sort of working with this. Part 2, let's do part 2 because that's part 1. You need your sparkle, you need your resin, absolutely you do. But the resin, sorry, the Cerulean. Have a little look at these because as you saw on the elements there, this is what Joe has really worked with. The ring is just brilliant. It's big, it's bold, you've got this huge bezel. Look at that. I mean, it's just the designs that you could create in there. You could be as creative. And I mean, you could have just 1 or 2 little elements of sparkle, which to me seems a bit of a shame. If you've got such a big bezel like that, I think you need to go for it. I think you need to fill it with sparkle, quite frankly. It's a 925 sterling silver adjustable ring bezel. Gram weight, how much did you say? We've got 7 grams in there. Well, I guess if you look at it, that's not surprising. Because look how deep the bezel is on the side. And then, of course, all the way, I mean, look at that for silver on the back, that mirror finish. And then you've got the adjustable back. So don't worry in terms of your ring size. You have got that adjustability. Obviously, nice and malleable. You're not going to be pulling that and tugging that. Give that sort of a gentle pull. And that will obviously fit and hug the finger. But it is perfectly, perfectly positioned, ready to take your Swarovski crystals and, of course, your Cerulean in there as well. That's part 1. I'm going to pop that on. Ready to get. See, look at it there already.
It's
just even
huge.
with the silver.
It's huge, yeah.
I love the big rings like this. Always have done. And then, of course, you've got your connectors. Now, if I hold one of these side, sort of front up, you can see. Here we go. Now we've got over sort of, what, 5 grams, only 6 grams of sterling silver on the connectors as well. Again, you've got this lovely, really deep, thick bezel. As you can see, it goes right the way through. There's not a back like there is on the ring. Not a problem because you're going to fill it. But you've got the 2 connectors either side. Obviously, that could bridge the gap on a ring. You could do, well, actually, yeah, you could create a ring sort of on that and wire wrap that. Jo's done it with the bracelet. She's used the 3 of those on a bracelet and also turned it and done some earrings for us on those as well. They all work. I love that bracelet. Love that. Really, really pretty design on there as well. And of course on the earrings, just turning it sort of sideways, you've got that lovely drop and again filled with sparkle. And of course your Cerulean. They're fabulous. Got those little pear shapes, one of the pear shapes in there. Obviously you get 2 of the pear shapes in the first part of the kit. You could have the sort of the navette shape in there as well, or save that for the ring. But certainly, I see that's what you've done. I love that ring. Right, let's get your price on. £21.95. I would certainly encourage you to get both. You've got over 13 grams of 925 sterling silver combined here from that big, fabulous bezel ring.
Can I ask if they are all sterling silver? Because on there it says silver plated brass silver plated bezel.
It does on the connectors, actually. Let me check on. So, oh, yes, it does. Sorry, beg your pardon. I was going to say, it's 21.95 is really... And is that for the ring as well? Does it say on the other... Let me have a look. Let's double that. That's a bit strange. Yeah, so you've got the 925 stamp in the ring. There you go. Can you see that in the back of the? Thank you, Joe. It's a good job you're here. So you've got your 9 to 5 in the ring, but yeah, you've got the connectors are the sterling silver over your brass. So there we go. Thank you for that, Jane. Sorry about that, we didn't spot that. So there we go. So you've got 5 of the connectors and you've got the large ring mount as well. Right, let's pop those back on and let's go. Let's go and find out. Let's have a little look at all of this. So exciting. Might have to grab that ring because it's rather glorious. Hello,
it is rather nice. It is, and it's been so much fun working with this. And honestly, I've never used it before. So
it's the first thing Jo said tonight when she came in. She went, "Oh, it's been so much fun."
I was really excited.
You need to do this.
I don't know who I'm filling in for tonight, but I wasn't meant to be doing this show, and I thought, yes, and now I've got Cerulean, something completely different to what I normally do.
Yeah.
And so it's been really exciting to do.
So first time to work with this.
First time to work with it, yes.
Well, I think she's done a pretty fab job, don't you? Absolutely glorious. And you've had loads of fun. It's easy to work with and easy to get going.
It's really easy to work with. Well, you saw I was mixing 2 of the parts. So what you would do is you'd open up. I don't want to recap what everybody else has done today as well. So
that's okay.
You would open up your hardener and your colour, and you would cut equal parts of those 2. Equal parts, and then you would start moulding them together. And you would have seen I was wearing gloves, and with the silver it's not so bad because you don't get too much colour on your hands, but with the colours in the next kit I'd look a bit like Shrek, I think, if I hadn't worn gloves.
Rather beautiful Shrek. Right.
So that's why I had the gloves on, and also the Cerulean sticks to metal, so if you're wearing rings or anything, it's going to, unless you want it to stick onto your rings, rather it's better to protect.
Just easier, isn't it, to wear the gloves?
Protect your hands and use the gloves. So it takes 3 to 4 minutes to mould the 2 together, and with the silver it's actually really difficult to see because the hardener and the colour are very similar in colours. So it's very difficult to make sure that they are completely moulded together. Okay. When you're using a stronger colour, you can very clearly see the difference between the hardener and the colour, so you can see that you've got to keep going a bit longer.
Because I guess it kind of goes a little bit like a marbling effect.
Yeah, it does get a bit marbled, yeah.
Okay.
So I've got my piece here that is, it's all beautifully, it's actually a lovely silver, isn't it? It's really soft.
Nice, it is.
Really soft silver. And I'm going to do the ring for you.
Fab.
And you'll also see that these were on JM, these little triangle sorters. I don't know what the official name for them is, but they are perfect for this because you can just separate all your little crystals into there, and then it's really easy to pick them up. When you're opening your bags of your little crystals, I mean, these are slightly bigger ones, but you can see in here I've got much smaller. So make sure the crystals have dropped to the bottom where the tab is, which is actually the top. And then open your flip, and then open the little flap here. See, I've got your flippy flap.
I've got my inability to speak disease. I like to share.
It is catchy. So nothing has fallen out of there. They're all still at the bottom there, and then I'm just going to pop them in there. So now I don't mind using without gloves because you can actually feel things better, and I haven't found this to mark too much with fingerprints, but I did find out that if you are worried about fingerprints being left on your piece, you can always cover them with the stones anyway.
Of course.
But a little drop of water will smooth over the top of your clay, and it's not going to affect the clay at all. Okay. So,
and how long will that last if you were to sort of get that ready now?
You've got a 2-hour working time on that.
It's quite a long
time.
So
it is a long time, because I found I'd started, I wasn't sure how far the crystals were going to go, so I used them quite sparingly, but then I was still able to go back and add in a bit more because of that 2-hour working time.
Okay.
And then it will take about 72 hours to just dry in normal room temperature.
Yeah.
But I did also find out that, you know, I've mixed this clay now. Say I don't use it all and I've run out of time today and I'm not doing any more. If you pop that in the freezer for 24 hours, it's fine, apparently.
Okay.
I haven't tried it.
Right, allegedly.
But according to those in the know of what I've seen, it
so
can be
would you just
done.
wrap it up in something?
Just wrap it up in a bit of cling and stick
film.
it in the...
Don't put it in with your peas, just on its own. Okay.
So you can now, when you're doing the ring, you can either make it domed or flatten it, and I flattened mine. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start pressing the clay into the bezel. And you can take your time doing this. You'll see that in the ring I've made it quite flat so that the bezel sits around the outside. And I'm just using my forefinger to just kind of, I'm almost pulling it into the edges here, just to spread it as
really
evenly as possible.
It, isn't it, as you're doing
it is smoothing it, yeah. And you want to get all the way, you will probably spend more time than I will tonight just making sure that you've gone all the way to the edges. I'm not coming over this lip of the bezel there. I'm just going all the way, and because I want it flat, if I hold it sideways, I can see that it's not doming in the middle here. If I'd wanted it to dome more, well, you'll see that in the second demo tonight, how I'd make it dome. But for this purpose, we're going to make it nice and flat across the top there. Okay. And you've got 2 hours, so take your time. Don't rush it and make a mess. So what I did then was I had to get all my polymer clay tools out for this, and it's a long time since I did polymer clay or silver clay, but I got them all out, and I used one of my clay cutters to cut the cut the clay. And I then got an old texture sheet that I had, because if you look at the ring, you'll see there's a bit of a shape on it. So this is a texture sheet that I had at home, and I'm sure that many of you who've dabbled in clay will have texture sheets. And I just chose an area that I wanted to use. Really difficult to see, sorry, because that's black. But to ensure that the clay doesn't stick to this texture sheet, I used a bit of badger balm, just a tiny little bit, and I just rubbed it over the section of the texture sheet that I was going to use. You don't need an awful lot, but that just means that once I pop it on the ring, it should just peel off and none of the clay will stick to it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place the ring with the clay over the section that I want to use, and I'm just pressing down with my fingers just to make sure that that imprint goes onto the clay, just all around, and I'm going to peel it off.
Oh wow. Oh, that's beautiful.
And there you can see the imprint.
Lovely.
Okay, as easy as that, and there's nothing left on my sheet.
So just a little bit of the...
Just a bit of the badger balm.
The balm. Brilliant.
Just so that it didn't stick in there. Now the fun starts, because now you can start adding sparkles.
Well, just before we add the sparkle, we're just going to add in your cutters as well, because you were just talking about that, obviously, in terms of if you wanted to sort of start to maybe cut or start to get a generic shape.
Those will be really useful, actually. In the second kit, you'll see that I'll be cutting out circles. So
yeah, that'd be really useful for that. And they're great. 12 pieces. You can see there you've got lots of different shapes. You've got the hearts, you've got the stars, the circles, the Navette shapes, you've got diamonds in there. But 12, and they're a really nice size as well. Very, very workable size, as we said, particularly for the next kit that's coming up at the 9 o'clock hour for you. But you've got all 12 in there. Lovely, lovely shapes to work with. Brilliant price on these. Something that will last and last and last for a very long time. You can see nice depth on those. And they're £3.95. Wow. So 32 pence each again. Good maths.
Good. Very good maths.
Good maths. Quick.
I'm glad you're doing the maths.
But for 12 of those, again, it's about adding into your toolkit as well, isn't it? You've got to have the tools for the job. There's not many that you really need, if any, for this. But if that makes life a little bit easier for the second kit, then why not?
Yeah.
especially at £3.95. It's a definite add to your order on that one. And of course you can use this with a lot of the different, maybe with your polymer clay, lots of different mediums that we bring to you, of course, here on Jewellery Maker as well. So 12 of those are going to last and last and last, and just make life a little bit easier. If you're trying to maybe, particularly if you think about sort of shapes like the flower and the star, if you're trying to manipulate those, they're going to be really, really tricky to do that kind of freehand.
Yeah.
Even to get like a really lovely sort of perfect circle, make life easy. Make life easy for yourself and cut those out using your cutter set. Come in with the ring. I've grabbed it. Love it, love it, love it. Beautiful. Right, so the bling part. Let's have a
the
little
bling
look.
part is where you just run with your imagination. There's no rules as to what you pick up and where you place what. To pick up the little crystals, now there's a number of ways you can do that. If you've got a little pot of beeswax at home, you can use a toothpick with a tiny little drop of beeswax on the end, because your crystals will stick to that. I think there was the vacuum.
Was that on a little
thing this morning?
Yes, it was on this
where
morning.
You can pick up your crystals. Right. This is called a jewel pick, and it basically has a little sticky bit on the end there, and you'll see. So if I decide, right, I think what I'm going to do first of all actually is I'm going to place the big one, and for that I'm just going to use my fingers, and I'm going to pop it on that kind of leaf shape that was made there. Before you press it in, just line it up properly, and you'll see that sticking out. What you don't want is that, they call it the girdle, for where the foil meets the crystal.
Yeah, so it's like the fattest part of the crystal.
And as they say, all ladies like to hide their girdles. So we're going to hide the girdle in the crystal, and you're just going to push that in to your clay so that it's sitting in, and that girdle is hidden, okay?
And you don't need to glue it, you don't need to do anything, it just
accepts it. So I'm going to pick up some of the smaller ones now, and I love these. I don't know what the blue colour's called, but they are so pretty. So just pick up one, and then you decide where you're going to place them. So I'm going to pop one in there, and then I'm turning my jewel pick around. Now you could use the other side of your toothpick for this. Yep. And you just gently push it in, because again, even though this is very much smaller and has a very much smaller girdle, you don't want it sticking out. So you just, I mean, you really do make it up as you go. Pop it in and just stick it in.
Gorgeous.
And you keep building it up. I'll move to one of the different ones now. One of the tiny little crystals. And I'm going to come up the stem here now. It is really so therapeutic because you're not having to use force, you're not having to, it's just, you're putting sparkly, pretty things exactly where you want them to be. And you build your design up exactly as you would like. You can pop them as close together as you want, or space them apart. Gorgeous. I mean, you could go really, you could make that sort of, that crystal, what do they call, pave style, where they're all really clustered and encrusted together. So we're going to pick up one of the bigger ones here. And it really doesn't matter where you pop them. We put some around the edge. And you just gently push them in. As you're pushing them in, like if I was going to pop another one next to that, let's do that. I'm going to pop another one right next to it. As I push it in, it displaces the clay a little bit on the one next to it. So you might find that you need to go back to the one you've already given a gentle tap to and just pop it back in again, just to get it back in there. And that really is all there is to it.
Simple.
And I'm going to carry on playing while Ruth carries on talking.
Jo's eyes are like this. They are fabulous, aren't they? So that's just the ring. Obviously, you've got the opportunity with the bezel connectors to make a bracelet. I've got those fantastic, I should have worn those earrings as well, shouldn't I? I'm going to keep the ring on for a while, I have to say. And don't forget, of course, the bead mat, or, you know, that it's been up on pre-order. Loads of people are buying the sticky bead mat, back by popular demand. So one of those things, again, with the tools, as we said, the tools of the trade, the essential tools, just to make life easier, basically. But we're going to leave Jo there having a...
Playing,
really,
playing.
isn't she?
It is
She's
playing.
in her element there. I really need to have a go at this.
You do. I mean, when you see how simple it is...
Yeah. Just
There's
give it a go.
nothing to it, yeah.
Should have done this at the beginning of the summer holiday, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Anyway, they're going back to school. Right, let's dive into box number 9, shall we? I suppose I should take the ring off, to be fair, because otherwise we're all going to be looking at that. Let me pop it on here. There we go. There we go. Right. Gorgeous garnets. Now, if the garnets were too big for you in the last hour, then we've got a really lovely shape of garnet here for you. These are lovely. These are like the rice beads, actually. Well done, by the way, everybody who's checking out on the cutter set, on the kit. You've done brilliantly on those. And keep going, of course. Have a little look and have a little play. Don't be frightened. It's probably one of the easiest to kind of get going with. I think it's a lot of us that are going to be buying that. 45 carats of red garnet. Gorgeous, gorgeous, deep, rich colour again here, and a really nice shape. Very, very different. Wonderful to have that sort of rice bead shape, 4x3 by 8x4, and a 30cm strand. Now, got a slightly lighter tone going on here, less of an opaque gemstone, more of a transparent feel to the garnets that we've got in hand here, but really, really quite fabulous again as you're seeing that lovely, lovely strand. The polish on these gemstones is wonderful. It's got to be, I think, when you've got the rice beads like that, but very open. A lot of garnets suffer from something called muddying, which means that actually when you get them outside, they kind of, it's almost like they go out in the sun and they go, no, bright light, and they kind of close up, they kind of close in on themselves. That's called muddying. The higher grade of the garnet won't do that. The higher grade of the garnet will go out and they'll kind of relish, a bit like me, go out into the sunshine and go, oh, fabulous, and enjoy it. And that's kind of what's happened on the garnets here. 45 carats. 4x3, 8x4, really nice workable sizes. And again, you've got, look at those tassels on there as well. They're a bit fab. You've got to be using these tassels. They are so on vogue right now. Real bargain. A real bargain at £4.95. That's something to celebrate. They're gorgeous. Lovely, lovely workable sizes. Very well known gemstone, of course, your garnet gems. That is immense. £4.95. Definitely grab a couple of those. Yeah. They're wonderful.
Again, they're breaking the rules, aren't they?
Yes.
Breaking all the rules. And in fact, in one of the kits tomorrow, which I know is seed beads,
yeah,
but I have garnet in one of the kits, so that would be...
That would work very nicely.
Yes.
Jo and I are double trouble again today and tomorrow, but if all being well, loud back with you tomorrow 1 o'clock. Got 5 hours with you, of course, tomorrow. Not Jo, but me. £4.95, 45 carats, 0800 644 655, and JewelleryMaker.com. See, without any faceting, look how they twinkle still. Look how they sparkle because that polish is so good. You can have a good gemstone. You can have a really, really great quality gemstone, but the end result really does come down to how well it's worked with and how well they're polished at the end of the day as well. It's crucial. All the stages are, to be fair, whether it's just getting the right quality gemstone to begin with, then it's all about the cutting, how well that's done, and then the finish obviously is in that lovely polish. Yeah, grab a couple, Cardiff. Don't blame you. Don't blame you whatsoever on that one. It's a lovely strand. Grab as many as you can there, and of course you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee, and you only pay one set of P&P, so it's really kind of very savvy not to buy just one piece a day. If you are buying something from us, then grab a couple, because it really makes the most of that postage and packaging. Glorious, glorious, deep, rich colour for January's birthstone. And do think ahead. I'm sure you've got lots of people who have maybe birthdays in January worth waiting for, and there is a little bit of wait on the telephone lines as well, so I do apologise if you are waiting on the telephone lines. It's definitely worth it. 0800 free phone number, of course, 644 655, and if you're there like Pauline joining us on the web right now in Kent, pop them in your basket. Super quick and easy to check out on, so well done on those. Congratulations. Right, let's do, I love, we've got some, is that, well, it's the closest thing I can do to a dove. That might be more of a pigeon. What's the difference between is that not just a generic pigeon type dove? No idea. These are Glorious. Yeah, I love a dove, not so keen on my pigeons. But have a look at them. I've never seen these before. These are so, so gorgeous. Look at these. The dove from above. Don't know, does that work? Aren't they cute? These are so, so pretty.
They'd be really sweet in a hair vine or something.
Oh,
you know, they'd
wouldn't
just
they?
be really...
They're just so cute. They're lovely. And you can, I don't know if you can see that at home, they've actually got, is it both sides? It's got to be. There can't be a one-eyed dove, can they? It's both sides. You can just see, you've got the little eye, you can just see on now, aren't they cute? I remember buying the stars when we had the stars of the little shells like these. They're so workable. And you've got that beige colour, but because obviously they're the shell, you can't just say that they're beige. There's a lot there in terms of that beautiful sort of, almost the shimmer that's coming through. Almost like sort of soft, gentle caramels, and you've got that lovely sort of almost white, that almost pearlescence that you're seeing on the doves there as well. 38 centimetres, but you've got a whole flock there, a whole beautiful, beautiful array of those beautiful, beautiful doves. Is it a flock of doves? It's just a guess. Flock of, it should be something a little bit more romantic. I think it should be a romance of doves, quite frankly. I would say a romance of doves. Well, is it a flight of doves? Oh, that's quite nice. I like that. That's better than a flock. I've got a flock of doves. Yes, a flight of doves is much more romantic. Again, very pretty against the skin tone, because you do see all of those different tonal sort of elements coming through. Really pretty. And they are top drilled, so actually they'd work really well for earrings, wouldn't they? They'd just sit perfectly, flying and fluttering around on the ears. If you want to mix them with pearls. Do you know what's coming to mind looking at these? Do you remember the zircon we had earlier on? I think the zircon would look stunning with those. A little drop of zircon, that lovely sort of gentle tone, the little sort of golden sort of tones that we saw, the drop of the zircon with a little dove at the bottom. Oh, they'd look really cute, really cute. And of course you've got so many of them on a strand like that. Can I count these? Let's give you a quick approximate. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 32, 4, 6. You've got about 37 of those on that particular strand. So your flight of doves, and they're certainly going to fly out when we bring in the price, that's for sure. Really workable, really beautiful. Obviously be gentle when you're using your shell, but they'll work for you and they'll look so pretty. What on a pendant would look gorgeous? You could drop that down on a little bit of cord actually. That would look, I'll drop it on maybe on a head pin and put it on a cord. I think that would look fab. £7.95. I love it for a whole fabulous flight of doves. Gorgeous. They're so soft, they're so sublime. You've got this sort of sandy tone, wonderful holiday jewellery as well, of course, if you've got your shell. I like those, they're fun. And I think jewellery should be fun sometimes, shouldn't it? Whenever we get the little owls or the little anything like this, they're always so popular. Wonderful colour tone, very soft, very gentle, very demure, but how lovely. Lots of personality involved in those. You could really make something special, I think, with that. £7.95. We've also got the, excuse me, the apatite coming up, the neon apatite, £8.30. Today's must-have, that luscious strand of apatite you can see spinning around on your screen. They're going to be gorgeous. Tracy, nice to see you there. Got a bit of Merseyside, we've got Essex, we've got London. Loads of you fluttering in now for your doves at £7.95. Trying to think of, look, I can't. See the pressure, I can't do it. Trying to think of another. I see that you could get your feathers in a fluster, couldn't you? But I'm sure I've used that one before. That's fine. Yeah, price out. Right. Let's do. Excuse me. Actually, I've still got my annoying cough that I've had for about 5 weeks. It's still not left me. Better than it was, but hey ho. Oh, I love these colours. These are just the most elegant colours. These are so beautiful. Have a little look at these. Oh my goodness me, they're gorgeous. And I think today my husband's finally got it after 5 weeks. Just as I left the house today, he sounded a little bit dreadful. I'm like, he's got the lurgy, he's got the cough. I know. Well, you would think after 5 weeks, but he can't. He's not had it from me, clearly. I'll have to ask some questions. Multicolour pearls. excuse me, white, orange and purple. Well, we say purple, but they're a very pretty soft lilac and lavender sort of tone in there, aren't they? The potato pearls, 10 by 9 millimeters, 38 classic centimetre strand. These are scrumptious. I'm actually thinking, and I've just, you see, even with, I would be very, very, very tempted to use the little dove as a charm on one of these. If you were to have a bracelet, I think that could look really cute. If you were to pick out particularly this sort of more of the orange, or again, I'd say more of the peachy tones. I think if you think about orange and purple, you think of very strong, very bold, very primary colours. I would anyway. I'd think of the orange of the fruit and a really strong, maybe regal purple. This is a soft, gentle, silky, lilac-y lavender, that glorious peach that you're seeing. And of course, then your classic white. Again, a little bit more of a creamy white on there, but the shape's gorgeous. Potato pearls, I think, are a little bit more forgiving, actually. There's space and time and place, obviously, for the perfect round pearl in our lives, in all of our lives. But the potato pearls possibly have a little bit more character. They're incredibly, incredibly, incredibly highly sought after. They always are, and I think when you see the price, you know why they're always popular. But look how gorgeous that is against the skin tone. Bridal jewellery, I think they're always, it's always going to be that. I wore a little pearl bracelet on my wrist when I got married, but I love the colours. They're gentle, they're soft. You could definitely split that up if you wanted to, and match, perhaps get a couple of strands if you wanted to, match all of the sort of the lilac-y purples together, same for the peachy oranges and same for the sort of the whites in there as well. But you've got just that gentle sort of irregular shape by it being a 10 by 9 rather than a perfect round. But for me, lots of interest, lots of character, and these are glorious. If I do that perhaps as a bracelet, you can see why so many people just love them. Very, very forgiving. Sometimes it's quite hard to wear a pure white pearl bracelet. I think that tends, for me, tends to be more of an occasion bracelet. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Whereas that I would pick that up. I would wear that tomorrow, the next day, the next day.
Yeah.
They're really pretty, aren't they? Lovely colours. Absolutely transcends time. I mean, look at it from there, gorgeous. Oh, these are right. These are going really, really quickly. They're down to £19.95. The last 8 chances now. Very well done, Suzette. Just bagged 2 of those. Congratulations, Suzette. I don't blame you. I'll quickly show that to my neckline. You could have pearl studs, necklaces. Gorgeous. How graceful. Isn't that just fabulous? Winter, winter, spring, summer, 1995. You certainly got a springer on in there to grab hold of that. But big, big, beautiful, perfect pearls. I'm here all night. Sorry, Mike. 1990 might not be at this rate. 1995. Don't they look gorgeous against this? I love those. Against the skin tone, absolutely fantastic. Oh, I've been, yeah. See, with a bit of sun-kissed skin. Liking it. I might have to get the spray tan out soon. Might just have to do it. It won't last long in this weather, will it? They are glorious. Very, very well done indeed on those. 0800 644 655 for a collection of just some of the most beautiful, decadent, delicious colours of pearls to come your way. So very, very well done indeed on those. They're fantastic. Love them, love them, love them. Right, should we do the mat? Shall we have a little look? Because it's been on pre-order already. We've got a lot of people that have already checked out on the bead mat. So we're going to bring it to you right now. The sticky bead mat, it's essential, it's fabulous, and we're going to do it now as a start buy. This is so simple, but so essential. So essential. We've got for you, obviously when you're creating your piece of jewellery, we use the bead mats, don't we? We've got the trays as well, if you use perhaps any of the trays that we've had, the pink, the grey. I've probably got about 6 or 7 of those with various different projects ongoing. Yes. But that's what we use them for. They're brilliant. Well, this is slightly different because this is actually sticky. Yep, this is your sticky bead mat, and it's absolutely brilliant because it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a bead mat and it's a bead board. It's double-sided. I'll just flip that over a little. If I move the top couple of gemstones, stick those elsewhere for a moment. If I just peel back the top left corner, it's still all measured out just like the bead mats that you're probably used to. So you've got it in inches, you've got it in centimetres, so you can lay out your work on there. It's squared off at the top, but it's rounded at the bottom. If I flip it over though, you can see actually you've got that, and it is double-sided. I was just thinking if it was on the other. Oh yes, so you can see actually, if I show you on the back of the, this is how it comes to you. If I show you the back of the diagram, that's the side that we've got it laid out on now with all of the big cabochons. So you can see, perfect, brilliant for necklaces. I use them brilliant for bracelets as well if you want to sort of get the size right on the bracelet. And then if we just move down to here, then you've got the back there as well. So you've got almost the sort of, if you want that lying out flat, you've got kind of the straight ruler, if you like. So you can see there you've got inches one side, you've got centimetres the other. So that side of the board there, you can see the inches and the centimetres at the top. You've got the beads that are lying on there. But, as you're probably thinking, slightly different if you've got one of the pink bead mats where all of the gemstones kind of lie in the little gully that's there. This is slightly different. You have got the gentle indentation in there. It's not totally flat. You can see that on there. But it's sticky. And it's brilliant because if you are susceptible to sort of lying out your gemstones, they tend to roll everywhere. That's not going to happen with this because, make sure I put those down. Look at that. They're heavy gemstones. They're heavy cabochons. And you can see if I turn that sideways, if you were to do that, in fact I'm going to hold it in the air. One of those moments. But it literally does what it says on the tin. If I bring that back onto the bust, they're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. And this is the extra large size on the bead mat as well. They're really quite fantastic. They just give you that extra sort of security. If you're lying out your pieces of jewellery on there, last thing you want to do, if you've just spent all of that time lying out a design, laying out your gemstones, you've got your findings, and then suddenly you just gently pick, gone. That's heartbreaking because you've got to start again. It's not going to happen. Obviously, this doesn't come with the cabochons. That would be a really amazing gift. You can have those later. But they're brilliant, aren't they?
They're great for. I mean, you've got the massive cabochons on there, but if you're into your seed beading, those little beads go everywhere.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And that's perfect for seed beading as well.
Yeah, and we're not saying it's going to catch every single one of them, but it certainly gives you a bit more of a fighting chance, doesn't it?
Yes.
If you're laying out your designs to kind of see what you want to do. And of course, that's one of the essential things when you are creating your designs. You don't want to suddenly get halfway through and think, oh no, I should have put 3 of those on or 2 of those on. You've got to pull everything apart, lay out your designs first of all. And not only does it make sure you don't make any of those kind of mistakes, but also it helps you visualise before you start sort of stringing any of your pieces together, before you actually start creating. You can see it. It's all laid out in front of your eyes and you can work out, is that right? Does that need to be a little bit more balanced? Am I going to change some elements? Because the worst thing is when you get halfway through a bracelet and you suddenly think, I don't want to do that, and you've got to take it all apart. You can see it, you can visualise it, but the sticky mat is brilliant. Absolutely, a bit of a lifesaver to be perfectly honest. So you can see it is the extra large. You've got both sizes. Both sides are sticky as well, by the way. Got inches and you've got centimetres, and it's sticky. But can I just say, it doesn't leave a residue. You're not going to get sticky fingers. So you're touching it. It's just a brilliant sort of material that's been used on that. Keeps all of your small beads, all of those findings nice and in place. And literally, just to refresh that, you can just give it a bit of a rinse. Give it a bit of a rinse, let it dry, and it kind of restores that sticky surface. They're brilliant. They're really, really brilliant. And you can see, obviously, if it's holding on to such large cabochons like that, they're weighty. They're really, really weighty. I know the first time I did that and picked that up, I went, I can't, that's not going to... They stay there. They absolutely stay there. So very, very well done. It's like when you see them on the cooking programmes and they whip up a meringue or something and they turn it upside down and it stays. That moment and you go, will it? And it always does. It does. Quite funny when it doesn't, but anyway. So add that to your order. It's been available for pre-order all night tonight, and a lot of you are taking advantage of that. But you need to know your price. So it's about £12.95. Price not to sniff at, quite frankly. £12.95 for that. It's absolutely fantastic. Remember, it is 2 sides. It's no adhesive. It's not that we're sticking the gemstones there. No sticky residue. It's just the way that it's made and what it's made of. It comes in like a little plastic cover as well. You just have to remove that. And there's a backing on sort of both sides. You can just replace that cover either side of that when you're not using it as well. But just simply, when it starts to sort of gather dust, because it will do, gather dust, a bit of debris, if it's a little bit mucky, just give it a rinse with warm water, let it dry, it refreshes, and it just goes back to this sort of sticky sort of surface that you can see on there. But not sticky as in sticky, it's just brilliant. Loads and loads of you have been waiting for this. Alice, Linda, Jane, Molly, collector in London, Anne-Marie, Diane, Linda, Marie, everybody that's grabbing hold of that, Well done you, because we don't see it all of the time, so when we do have it, it's one of those things that we all grab to get hold of. It's going to keep your beads in place, it's going to keep your findings exactly where you want them. Whether you're a seed beader, whether you're working with your big cabochons like this, you can see what it does, whether you're working with any of those elements. £12.95, 0800 644 655 on the phone lines, and at jewellerymaker.com. Just add that to your order. Brilliant. Keep going on those, because we do have quite a few of those, which is pretty fab. Should we do the cabochons while we're there, actually? I love these. I'm a real cabochon queen, I am. I just love, get my wire out at home, get all my different gauges of wire out, I've got literally at the moment, I've got probably, you know, the big purple sort of organza gift bags we have. I've probably got 1 or 2 bags of those full of cabochons.
So you get your wire and I get my soutache and my shibori ribbon and my seed beads.
Happy days.
Yeah.
We can have a good afternoon.
Yeah.
Both, yeah, we should do that. Girl time, cup of tea, gin, and off we go. Yeah, but I love wire wrapping the pendants. Even though they're not drilled, doesn't matter, because you can create your own bales, and you can set them, you can do the weaving around on there. Look at those colours though. It's like literally like a sweet shop of different colours that you've got. Royal blues, the purples, the pinks, the greens, they're all completely different. You won't get 2 alike. The great thing, of course, about onyx like this, the multicolour onyx, is it takes some amazing, well, it always absorbs sort of treatment, and you get these fantastic colours. So delicious, different banding, different patterning. Some are more opaque, some are more transparent. And you've got that I love that. You've got this fantastic sort of big pear shape, wire wrapped within 1 inch of its life. I love it, I love it. And of course, don't forget, you can stick gemstones onto the actual cabochons as well, can't you?
You can. You can use your cerulean from the last kit.
Very nice.
Pop them all on.
Yeah, that would work beautifully. And although you've got the cabochon dome at the top, that's generically what we say is sort of the front of the gem, don't be afraid to turn it over. Don't be afraid to use the back. And you are going to get a selection of different sizes, different shapes, different colours, but it's your carat weight. You're getting 2,400 carats of gemstone. I say that like it's nothing. And of course, even with the cabochons, you can mix and match. You can even sort of, see, look at that sticky bead mark. That's brilliant, isn't it? You can see how sticky that is there. Even just placing it down, I love it, I love it. You can, of course, stick your cabochons together. You can make some fantastic big designer pieces here. There's a lot in this. I mean, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You're at 20, 30 plus in this particular one. You might get 25, you might get 28. Different shapes you may get. Look at that. See, that would make a fabulous ring. Really, I love that sort of elongated teardrop shape. Isn't that beautiful? Wonderful. So much. You've got some smoky colours, some bright fuchsia pinks, which I adore. I don't know which I'd want to give away from that, because I quite like them all. 24.9. Put it this way, chances are you are going to be paying £24.90. You're going to be paying well under £1 per gem, well under. On average, considering I must have nearly 30 there. At 2,000, I can't even say 2,400 carats. Doesn't compute, does it?
No, it's a humongous amount.
They're wonderful. They're really, really exciting. If you love working with your cabochons, that is a smorgasbord of delights in terms of colours there. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, love the greens that you're seeing as well. 24.9. Might be that you buy 2 and you get them home and you have a little look at all of them. There might be one that you warm to more than the other. Send the other one back, or maybe you've got a friend that you do your jewellery making with as well. They would absolutely love to take those home. They make the most amazing pendants, most fabulous signature pieces. You can set them in lots of different elements as well. So give those a go. £24.95. You will not be disappointed on those. They are lush. So very well done in those. Congratulations, Linda. Nice to see you there today. Sandra, make sure you check out on those. Beautiful, great choice. So much for your money. So much for your money there at £24.99. They're incredible. Love them. Love them. Very well done. Nicely sitting, so I can just put that back and not have to worry about that because I'm a sticky bead back. Wonderful. Right, let's dive into... Wow. Great colour. Great colour. Yeah, they're coming up. Somebody's just asking about this Neon Apatite. It's coming up for you. It's today's must-have. 40 minutes time on that one. 40 minutes to wait. You can pre-order it if you want to, Lindsay. It's coming up in 40 minutes. So yeah, right to ask on that one because it's glorious. Look at the colour of these. 120 carats of ruby graduated plain nuggets, nuggety nuggetness. These are scrumptious. Really, really lovely colour. It's like a, sort of a Shiraz or a Cabernet or every single one of those stones I think is a real feature on its own. 7 by 6, 17 by 8 millimetres on a 17 centimetre strand. These are about taking signature pieces, maybe just one of those. I mean, wire wrapped, one of those. I mean, I don't know if that's picking up. It almost looks like they're glittering inside when you're seeing the gemstones. That silk, you often get something called silk from within a ruby, and it really is what sort of brings that life and that energy out of the gemstone. Aren't they the most fabulous? These are big single gemstones, aren't they? Every single one is pretty much a feature. I think I'd want to do that with this as a strand. I would just want to take one of those out.
Use them singly, yeah.
Because they're so big, because they've got such a presence. Amazing though. Really, really beautiful. Again from India, the quality of the ruby we get here from India. And they're natural. 95% of ruby sapphires are treated, heat treated, perfectly acceptable, perfectly sort of known in the industry. So these are representing just that tiny 5% that is pure natural ruby. And we talk about the sort of the gemstones from the heavens, the gems of the gods. This is India. The location really does indicate you've got one of the real treasures, the real kings or queens, we should say, in the gemstone world. But my goodness me, no reason why, you know, if you want to just put all of those together, you absolutely can. You're going to be able to afford to. I think that is going to be the case. When you see this price, 120 carats though. Everyone's different. Lovely, lovely soft sort of silky polish on each and every single one of these gemstones. I couldn't guess this, by the way. I couldn't guess this. I was way out earlier on. I'm not even going to tell you because it's quite shameful how many tens of pounds I was higher than that. But why wouldn't you? If somebody said 120 carats of ruby, you're not going to go in it. You might probably add on that, probably a triple figure sort of price tag. You're probably going to guess on that one.
It does make it affordable for, for all of us to be able to say, I've got a bit of ruby in my stash.
Because otherwise you might not be able to. It's one of those gems, one of the big elusive gems, one of the big four, your rubies, your emeralds, your diamonds and sapphires. That's kind of what we aspire to. They're the royal gemstones, aren't they? They're the ones that we kind of grow up thinking, oh, maybe one day. You've got an entire strand here, 120 carats. That price gives you the freedom to do a full-on bracelet. I'm talking about taking one piece out and having a signature pendant or maybe having some drop. That gives you the affordability, that gives you the scope to maybe even grab two. So you can go out and have a fabulous bracelet. If it's your birthstone, if you're a July baby, that is definitely going to look gorgeous. Maybe it's your 40th wedding anniversary, that's your gemstone. I mean, can you imagine receiving something like that? You probably deserve it after 40 years. But 0800 644 6, just saying, 655. Well, it's a good year, that's it. It's 40 years.
Yeah.
I've managed one so far, but 40 is pretty...
I've done 21.
21? See, that's amazing. It's good. How long? It's about a year for you as well, isn't it, Leah? See, 40. First year good? Yeah, she's still smiling. She's still smiling. That's all good. £11.95, 0800 644 655. Fabulous work on that one. Really, really sublime quality. Beautiful. They look amazing. Got to see those in the flesh. I promise you, you'll love them. West Midlands, congratulations. You've just checked out on those as well. Sorry, I'm getting all gravelly on you. Sorry about that. Right, let's pop those back. And let's go for... Oh, I was going into box one. I was thinking, that's not right. Right, let's have a little look. We've got some gorgeous connectors here. Well, a one kind of looks like a 7 sometimes, doesn't it? Does on this. Well, you get the little bit, don't you, on a 1 sometimes on the top? Joe knows. Joe's with me. I like Joe. Right, let's have a little let's have a little look.
I think that was a dig at you, Tom.
I'm not saying anything. Right, let's have a little look. Have a little look at your amethyst connectors here. These are pretty. These are cute. Really cute. Lovely big sort of dome to the gemstone, actually. I think there's something quite universally loved about amethyst as well. I think as soon as we see it, it's just so regal, it's so royal. Obviously, you've got a lot there. You've got all of those. You've got actually 20 carats of amethyst. You've got 10 pieces. Maybe designed to just give you 1 or 2 sort of little moments to kind of breathe, if you like, sometimes. on your designs. But actually, I'm just thinking, even just turning them that way, you can make a pretty fabulous sort of necklace. I'm sure if you put all of those together, that could make quite a lovely feature, couldn't it?
And just have a little gem dangling from the bottom, yeah. Lots
of different ways you can work with those. But again, there are 10 pieces of amethyst, 10 individual gems. Let me grab my tweezers because my paws might be a little bit big to just grab one of those. There you go, just so you can see. Great clarity, actually. Really lovely clarity. I was thinking that they were going to be Brazilian, quite frankly, because very often it tends to be more of the Brazilian amethyst that's clearer because it grows up in a geode. The crystal form, and we'll come to that a little bit later on, the way that the crystals form within a geode, they tend to be very clear when you cut into them. You get more colour sometimes from the Zambian, but that's kind of mixing both of those together. Great clarity, great colour, but they look absolutely fantastic. Obviously, put as many of those together as you want to. You've got 10 to choose from. We're just going to get you in the greatest price. We'll get them straight in, straight down. 10 pieces. It doesn't want to do it. Really doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to play ball today. £19.95, that's less than £2 per gemstone. Wonderful. Keep adding and adding and adding those into your collection. Lots you can choose today, I'm sure, but amethyst is such a fabulous classic. A royal gem, a regal gemstone, and of course a gem of love, which we absolutely do love. Well done on those. Keep adding those to your order. Loads more to come tonight. We've still got another kit to share with you as well, which you are going to love. And the turquoise is coming up. And we've still got the appetite coming in about just over 30 minutes.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Very nice to have your company. Myself, the crew, everybody, gorgeous Joe. We're just loving having your company tonight. It's been fabulous so far. We are continuing. We've got loads of goodies still to come, and it's half an hour. Yep, half an hour to go. And then we're going to bring to you the most delicious colour. In fact, I'm going to show it to you because it's glorious. Apatite. My goodness me. To get colour like this, to get the... Look at the size in the centre there. These are stunning. This is neon apatite. Neon apatite, on average, you're looking at kind of the 1, 2, sometimes up to the 3 mil for neon apatite. Check out those larger ones in the centre. We're talking 5 by 3 millimetres. Big. Big on colour, big on quality, not going to be big on price. That's today's must-have coming up for you at 8:30. They're going to be gorgeous. We've got some amazing carnelian as well, and of course the turquoise. Oh, so scrumptious. All the way through. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Love them. Just a couple of key pieces that we wanted to pick out for you tonight that I think you can go a little bit crazy over. Right, let's dive in. Dive into box number 14, which is green amethyst, a classic gemstone. I think actually sometimes a much underestimated gem, a much sort of underappreciated gemstone sometimes, because actually when you see it, it's really, really rather lovely. You've got that great clarity, that wonderful sort of spearminty fresh green from the gem. I always think it's a really refreshing gemstone. And you see that clarity, they're really, really gorgeous. One of the first gemstones I bought in gold actually was a green amethyst, sometimes known as Prasiolite, the green stone or the asparagus stone, some people call it. Of course, you've got your little tassels on there as well, but really quite beautiful, really, really quite stunning. And you can see the way that the light's working, going through the gemstone. Gorgeous with citrine. Green amethyst and citrine, I think, looks so, so pretty together. You've got some quite big pieces here, actually. 60 carats worth, 12 by 7 and 5 by 4, so gradually sort of getting larger, 5 by 4 to 12 by 7. And a 29 centimetre strand. Little hint, a little sort of spacer within, perhaps interspersed between the gemstones. Whether you go gold or silver doesn't really matter, to be fair. But just a really lovely, lovely quality, and you can see it in the clarity of the gemstones. You can get your quartz gemstone because it's part of the quartz family, which is quite cloudy, quite milky. Depends what you're looking for as well. But when you do push it that little bit further and step up a little bit and get clarity like this, you're really winning. It's a wonderful, wonderful gem. You tend to get a lot of amethyst for your money, actually, in terms of the strands that we actually bring to you here at JM. But I just think it's a really classic. It's a very natural colour, but it's a real classic, isn't it?
I can't believe how clear it is.
I know. Because sometimes you do expect to see at least a couple of inclusions, at least within there, a little bit of perhaps a touch of the opaque coming in, but it just doesn't seem to be the case. They're literally kind of crystal clear, aren't they? Wonderful, wonderful colour, mixed with the golds, mixed perhaps with those citrine colours that I love, but a really, really quite beautiful classic strand, and it's amethyst. We associate amethyst maybe with being purple. That's perhaps more of the more regular colour, if you like, but there are so much more out there in the jewellery world. I'm going to pop these up to my neckline, actually, because I've got such a lovely glow. I think they actually work quite nicely with my kimono. Beautiful. Which I've never worn before. I've had this kimono for about 3 years and I've never ever worn it. I thought, tonight's the night. But there you go.
You should wear it more often.
Should I?
Yeah.
I have to say, I did say to Joe literally about an hour ago, $3.95. That cut my kimono up, didn't it? $3.95. 60 carats of green amethyst. My goodness me. That's beautiful. That's really, really quite lovely. I paid a lot more than that for my kimono, which I've never worn in 3 years. £3.95. Beautiful. See, look at that clarity. Look how it really brings sort of life and light to the neckline. So, so beautiful. That's a really cracking strand, that is. Gorgeous. I'd definitely grab a couple of those. If that's only £3.95, well, Cardiff grabbed 3 straight away. Congratulations. Wonderful. Pocket money price, says Mike. Did you get £3.95 pocket money? I used to have to work for mine. I got £1.
I won't tell you what I got because it's in South African rands, and when you
when
you equate it, it's about 1/10 of a penny.
But yes, it's something like 2,000 rand or something.
No, not quite.
Not that much. Yeah. I I used to do the hoovering, that was like 10p. Or we had a whole list on the back of the door in the kitchen as they're like washing up £10, I wish, washing up 10p. And it was to encourage us to do some jobs, Mike. Clean your bedroom, 20p. But I did get £1, then my sister started to work, so I had her £1 as well for a year or two. That was brilliant, that was great. £3.95, 60 carats of gorgeous green amethyst. West Midlands, congratulations. Lincolnshire, Derbyshire, Gloucestershire. If you are a real avid jewellery maker, then I don't think you're going to be missing out on that. Just have it, take it, even if you just grab one stand, just to have in your stash, just for whenever and whatever the situation. Very, very beautifully done on that one. Congratulations. Lovely. I know, I still don't understand the whole rand thing, because my husband's also South African originally, so he always talks, that'd be so-and-so, and I'm like, how much is that? What sounds fabulous, doesn't it, on paper?
It does.
And
it does.
It's not, unfortunately. Right, I thought I'd married a millionaire. Right. Let's have a look.
Bad mistake.
Clear quartz. Obviously, going to work very, very nicely. With your green quartz. It's so beautiful. He's going back, actually. He's going back to South Africa just before Christmas with his mum. It's the first time she's been back in a long time. So no, it means I can have a holiday on my own, you see, next year.
Okay.
Planning. All about. He goes home and looks and can meet up with his friends, and it means I can have a holiday on my own next year in the sun, read a book, and yeah, all worked out. 60 carats here, 7 mil. I do want to go. 7 millimeters, 15 centimetre stand. These are just orbs of gorgeousness. Pure white works, obviously, with absolutely everything. I love these, especially as we go to sort of winter. It's like perfect for sort of a winter wonderland type inspired creation. I'd wrap it up with silver, but actually, because you can sort of see all the way through those ice white gemstones, whatever thread or whatever material you put through the gem, you're going to see, aren't you? So it's going to give you that lovely sort of flicker. The colour, you can see the glow actually on my skin, like little light bulbs actually. I think sometimes people are a bit afraid of clear gemstones or of pure, because they're not white really, are they? They are the clear, but you've got that little lovely sort of little coating on there that just gives you that little dazzle, that little element of something special. But sometimes you look at clear gemstones and think, oh, I'm not quite sure, but they work so well. Particularly if I just grab hold of, excuse me, if I just grab hold, let's go total juxtaposition. If I put them with that beautiful sort of faceted black spinel, they look amazing together. I mean, that's total Christmas for me. But imagine actually perhaps black thread going through the clear quartz, or a shot of pink, maybe a fuchsia pink sort of shooting through, or a really vibrant blue, or imagine that clear quartz actually, in fact, don't even imagine it. It's bringing the neon appetite. Oh yeah. So that looks gorgeous. Lovely. Isn't that nice? Absolutely fantastic. 60 carats of your clear quartz. They look gorgeous, but
do you know what I'd use them for? We said we're now in the run-up to the C word.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Those are perfect for little beaded angel heads.
Oh.
So if you're going to make ornaments for your tree, that's a perfect size for an angel's head.
They would look beautiful. And I think we can say the Christmas word now. It's September. I think for me, it's how many days did you say it was, Tom? I don't think I actually want to know. I personally don't think we should be allowed to do anything Christmassy until at least after bonfire night, personally. I know we have Christmas in July, but that's like an event, isn't it? That's an event. But I know one shop I saw not long ago, and they've got all their Christmas stuff out. I went, really? Children haven't gone back? Ridiculous. All the Christmas stuff. Ridiculous. Go on. 111 days, 3 hours, 50 minutes and something seconds to Christmas. Sorry, Tom made me do that. Mike's excited. Have you done your shopping already?
No.
I should hope not. Right, £4.95 for your clear quartz. Let's go to a happy place. I can't do Christmas yet. Can't do it. No. Have you had the Christmas conversation yet? I know you have, Jo. Jo may well be having 20 bodies to her house, so she's shopping around for the nearest restaurant. Good girl. They didn't know that, they do now. Right, so £4.95 for that strand. Very, very well done indeed on that one. That's right, it's probably in the wrong box. I'm trying to put them in the right box. Sorry, Sam. Sorry. I can get them out, okay, I just forget where they go. Love this gem, one of my favourites. Black spinel. Do, 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 do. Love it. Gorgeous. I've got bangles, I've got rings, I've got earrings. Black spinel to me is the Christmas choice. Sorry, we were moving on from that, but I'm back there. It's just so sexy, it's so seductive. And of course you get that fantastic, fantastic lustre. It doesn't stop sparkling. And for a jet black gemstone, it's it's the most amazing sort of phenomenon to see such a jet black gemstone with the most amazing sparkle. But it's that faceting, those absolute, when I say razor sharp facets, I don't mean ouch, ouch, razor sharp. I mean specific, so very well cut technically to get you that sort of mirror-like polish from the surface of those gemstones. They're glorious. What an eye catcher. Absolute eye-catching gem, a showstopper and a conversation starter and a conversation stopper. It does all of the above. 110 carats of black spinel. You just need your little party dress, going for a quick shot of champagne cocktail. Oh, fabulous. 0800 644 655 and of course JewelleryMaker.com. Beautiful and still very seasonal. I mean, I love it. As I said, this is for me very much a winter gemstone, but you can still wear it in the summer. £20. It's 110 carats of a gemstone that for many years went down as a black diamond. A lot of people would have thought that was a black diamond. It wasn't identified as its own species of gemstone for many years. But my gosh, now we know what it is. It's become so special. It's actually now the newest gemstone to be given the birthstone title, because August is peridot, but it's also spinel now. Tanzanite was the newest, but now it's spinel, which has just been given the sort of the August birthstone status as well. And you get some fabulous colours from spinel, don't you?
Yeah, I never realised that until I came here. I always thought it was black, but
yeah. The reds, I mean, you get some lovely reds from the spinel. The multicolour is amazing, but it's just, if I hold that up to my neckline, it takes quite a simple sort of, little sort of camisole sort of top, straight out, and you can go out the evening. You've got that little hint of sparkle on there, and they feel amazing, because you know you're wearing real gemstones as well, and you can feel them, because real gemstones will obviously change with temperature. Fake sort of simulated plastic or whatever won't, obviously. It feels really special. We're going again. We're going to get on price, 110 carats of black spinel, down, nearly dropped that down to £11. £11.95, set to sparkle. Absolutely, you can really afford to go for that right now. I would definitely make sure that those tassels were made into earrings. Use them.
Don't throw them away.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. A friend of mine, she's sort of in the West End at the moment. She had sometimes they get lots of gifts because it's all opening night or whatever. She had the most amazing pair of tassel earrings from a huge boutique. I dread to think how much they cost. And I looked at the tassels, and honestly, I kid you not, I looked at them and went, they look like JM tassels. And I don't even want to think how much they were. But you can recreate that look with a nice sort of big gemstone at the top. They're so fab, whether it's earrings or necklaces. You'll find a use for them. You'll find a use for them. They are fab.
Really easy, because I've kept all of mine. They're easy to snip off and keep them intact.
Yep, they are. If I just show you that from a sort of a side profile, you can see it's almost like it's kind of, there we go.
Yeah.
Almost goes, if you just snip into the wire, it's almost like you've got a little bail ready-made on those. They're fabulous. Make nice key rings as well. If you add little gemstones at the top, they're really cute.
Bag charms.
Yeah, they're lovely. So £11.95 on that one. Bargain. Congratulations if you're just adding that to your order. Congratulations to you. They're pretty fab. Suzette, very well done. Again, multi-buying. Bring back in the appetite. Fabulous. 15 minutes away. They're going to be glorious together. Really nice. Black spinel goes with everything. Girls with everything. Well done. Congratulations on those. Popping those back into 14. Was that right? I took a gamble. That wasn't right, was it? 15. Oh, it's close. Close but no cigar. Right. Shall we we're going to do the amber. Before we do that, another request. You can see the turquoise. Brand new. Brand new, natural Tibetan turquoise. Oh, it's so scrummy.
That's Joe's number 1 or 2 spot between tanzanite and turquoise. They are my top 2. Yeah, totally different blues, but
yes, absolutely. But this is adorable. I was talking to Jem today. Actually, I instant messaged guest designer Jem, because I suddenly realised that she picked me up a strand of turquoise weeks ago, and I messaged her, went, did you get? Oh, I'm not quite sure. I've got brain fog. I went, so have I. Yeah, she got it for me. But this I'm going to be adding in. These wheels of turquoise are amazing. It's going to be a manager special tonight, final auction. Obviously, I've just come back from Turkey, even though this is Tibetan. Obviously, I've just seen a lot of Turkish turquoise, and it never fails. It never lets you down. You can pre-order. Have we got it up for pre-order now? Oh my gosh. Okay. We were going to do this a little bit later on. We've had to let it go and pre-order now because we've had a lot of comments and compliments coming in on the turquoise. Obviously, if you love this kind of colour palette, you're going to adore the Apatite that's coming up in 15 minutes as well. I'd work with those together. I don't know if that's a normal combination because they're very different tones.
But they can because they
take it, don't they?
Yeah.
Imagine lovely sort of long strands of those. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, all coming up, all still to come. They're fab. Right, let's dive into box number 2 because we've got. Oh, very nice. We've got, do you get 2 of these or 1? I've got a second one in there just so we know. 1 for me. Look at me being honest. Like that. Right. Have a little look. This is a gorgeous amber connector actually. Detail on the back as well. Really rich colour. Really rich colour. That glorious, almost beautiful sort of son of amber that you're seeing in there. Glorious. And that mill grain edging, that sort of rope-like effect, I guess, that's really sort of fully bezel setting that gemstone into position. But then if we tilt it round, look at the back. Again, you kind of spoiled for choice in terms of how you want to see that, but visually lovely. If it does spin around, you've still got that fantastic detail in there in the back. You can clearly see your connectors either side, nice and strong, structurally really, really well done, but then you tilt it around and you see that fabulous, fabulous colour coming through from that amber. It's a big piece. Really lovely. Very nice to have the connectors. We obviously bring to you the amber charms. We had the amber pendant earlier on. But really wonderful to get that as a connector. Great sizable piece. 23 by 18 millimetres. Pretty wonderful. Every single fleck, every single nuance that's within there, of course. A total time capsule of life many, many, many millions of years ago. And a pretty essential gemstone for our planet, for the history of this planet. A lot of research, of course, as you're probably very aware, that's been done into pieces of amber. And it's become sort of present because of the reaction that a tree would have had many, many years ago. If there was a little insect or a little bug trying to sort of burrow its way into a tree, the tree kind of reacted as a defence mechanism. It secreted sap, and that sap gradually solidified over time. The resin became the amber. That's why actually sometimes you find a little piece of DNA, or the little bugs, or the little sort of don't get a full T-Rex, but the little pieces that are within. Did they find a dragon's tail recently? I think a little piece. I'm sure they did. It was a little dragon's tail.
I think that's what makes it so intriguing. You just don't know what you're going to get in there. It fascinates me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thing is, I say a dragon's tail. I say dragons aren't real. I'm like, it was just, it's a dragon's tail. It was a dragon's tail, or a little bit of a dinosaur's tail in there. That might be right. Leah was just nodding at me. She was totally convinced that it was a dragon's tail.
And fairy's wing.
We can dream. We can dream. Should be £20 and 95. Pete's Dragon, great film. Just have to throw that in there. Have you seen the new one? Oh, bawled my eyes out. It's so good. Pete's Dragon. Because they had the cartoon version, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, this got to see the film. It's brilliant. Anytime my husband says, should we watch a film? Watch Pete's Dragon. No. $11.95 for amber. 23 by 18 millimetres. Really, really lovely. Definitely, again, one of those sort of feature pieces. Even if you were to sort of wear that asymmetrically on a necklace, would just add that little bit of distinction to your designs. Lovely as a feature piece for a bracelet. Really, really lovely. Even if you were you could quite simply tie a little piece of cord on that, couldn't you?
Yeah, easily. I mean, some Eslan, even the Eslan threads that are quite thick, you could do that.
I mean, you'd probably be tempted to do something a bit more fabulous because it's amber.
Or you use your slider bracelets.
Very nice.
And it's just super quick.
Had lots of the slider bracelets on earlier on today. If you managed to grab one of those, that would be a really fabulous choice on that one. Lovely Depsy gemstone, great classic colour. The cognac amber's just got such a warmth to it. It's very, very beautiful. And of course, they're all going to be different. Every single one is going to be a signature feature gemstone. And for only £11.95, and I think the price I paid for amber years ago when I was in London, goodness me, makes your eyes water. But that is just a superstar status. Very well done, Rita. You were one of the first in to check out. Make sure if that is in your basket now, you're grabbing yours and you're checking yours out, because that's a genius price for a very, very important gemstone on your Baltic amber. Wonderful work on that one. 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker.com. Pop it in your basket. Glorious. Well done on that one. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Right, let's put that one back in. Haven't got long before the appetite. In fact, oh, do you know what? Sorry, totally forgot. Let me just show you these together, because actually, if you are getting the connector, you're going to need the pendant. We've got matching pendant. Let me show them to you together. And they've got the same detail on the back, actually. Gosh, it's even bigger. My word. So there's your connector. Let me just remind you, on the back of the connector, you've got that fantastic detail. And if we reverse that, it's exactly the same. Oh, nice. Okay, this is a little bit exciting then. See, there's sort of little indentations. That's obviously going to let the light through as well on that. So a lot of silver on that, actually. Really beautiful sort of bed of silver weight. It's very, very nice, but you can see that all the way through. Got that lovely twisted design on there, of course, and right at the top you've got the sort of the place of the bow. Now you could quite simply just pop a jump ring on that and pop it onto a necklace, but you could equally do something, I think, pretty fine and fab. It would obviously, I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't actually wire wrap, and you've got sort of a point of connection as well there, and actually wire wrap that and make that into a pretty fabulous ring. Because the bezel, if you were to try and create that bezel, you'd have to be really sort of spot on to do it.
You'd have to be so proficient in your silversmithing.
Big time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not worth it, but actually that's a bit of a bonus, because you've got the connecting point to sort of to start off with your wire to put that on. That would be absolutely gorgeous. Really, and then if you had the connector for a bracelet as well, you'd have a lovely suite of jewellery. Very, very nice. Big piece again, big piece of Baltic amber, even bigger than the connector. It's 23 by 21 millimetres, and that wonderful twisted design going right the way around on that. I mean, just look at the colour. Absorb yourself, lose yourself in that. You've got those wonderful hot oranges, that gorgeous heat. I mean, look at that glow. And you see sort of, if you ever see sort of footage of, and they're kind of looking at bubbling sort of molten lava or the sun, and you see all the rays sort of coming off and you really see the heat, it's very reminiscent of that, isn't it? There's golds, there's oranges, ambers, cognacs, flashes of really bright yellow, almost reflections of yellow in there. But a wonderful, wonderful piece. Very, very beautiful. No reason why you can't take a couple. Again, just picking that up really light. Amber is a very light gemstone. It's not an incredibly heavy, dense gem. So that could work really nicely as earrings. Rita, you've got a set. Well done, my lovely. Congratulations. They look fantastic. Should definitely be there at £33.95. That's what we'd ordinarily be thinking of, but we might as well carry on in the same vein, the same manner that we have done all night tonight. So we'll bring the price down for you. Edwina, well done. You've checked out on yours as well now. Congratulations. And of course, you all pay the final low price, don't forget. So nobody was paying that £33, even if you checked out there, which a few of you had. £20.95 for a piece of history. It is. It's a genuine. I wonder what stories that piece of amber could tell. I wonder what was happening on the planet at that time.
I'm buying one just for the dragon's tail, no?
Well, you may get your little dragon's tail, the tail of the dragon's tail. Don't be disappointed if you don't get a dragon's tail in there. But really, really wonderful. Wonderful. I think dragons do exist, to be fair. I believe in fairies, so I'm going to believe in my dragons as well. I am. 0800 6, I'm going to keep the magic alive. 0800 644 655. Absolutely fantastic. I'd love it if everything like this existed. The Loch Ness Monster, the big, all of them, they all exist as far as I know. I don't know anymore. £20.95. Very well done at JewelleryMaker.com. Congratulations. 0800 644 655. Thing is, how do they? I just don't understand all these tales, all these. There's all these photographs. They must be there. They must exist. Be nice to believe, wouldn't it? Aliens, they've got to be out there. E.T. Thanks, Leah. She knows I can't cope with E.T. She's done that on purpose. She's such a monkey.
I'm so sceptical when it comes to things like that.
Are you?
I kind of think, until I actually physically see something myself.
Oh, you see, that's. But then I always think that that if you've got that scepticism, you never see it. And the people that kind of want to
Easter
that really
Bunny,
do.
the Tooth Fairy, and Father
Oh,
Christmas.
they exist.
They definitely
They
exist.
absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely. Along with the dragons, they do. Absolutely. Have I got the right one, Tom? Good lad. Right, let's have a little look here. These are pretty. These are really pretty. Very unusual as well, because you've got these lovely sort of nuggets of gemstones, these little slices, these little slithers that you're seeing in here. The soft colours. If you bought the cognac zircon, the faceted gemstones that we had much earlier on the show tonight in the 6 o'clock hour, the colour tones will work absolutely superbly with these. I happen to think these will go really nicely with the carnelian as well. Lovely sort of tones, these wonderful sort of soft peaches, these gorgeous sort of golden imperial tones that you're seeing here on the gemstones, and every single one again offering you kind of a different flourish, a different flavour, if you like, a different colour tone to the gemstones. And you could very, very easily again just pick this up, wear and enjoy this time and time again. It's got such a pretty colour to it. We've got these wonderful sort of slices. If I hold those open, you can just see how different they are. Some amazing sort of aventurescence in there. They're lovely. The glitter and sparkles coming through absolutely beautifully. They are gorgeous. They're amazing. Very different to although they go very nicely with the zircon that we had earlier on, still very different. It's giving you, and that's to do with, it could be the shape, it can be the faceting, but it can just simply be the style. But because you've got the nuggets rather than the faceted gems, you're getting something very different. They really sparkle though, my goodness. You're not going to get that kind of fire that you might see in some of the zircon gems. It's almost like, I want to say it's almost a bit like an adventurous, like a sunstone. I don't know if that's picking it up. Really, really beautiful. They are lovely though. And to think again that this could be potentially 4.6 billion years old. That's old. I wish I looked that good. But you can see on every single one of those, they've got character. You've got almost strawberry flashes coming through. The oranges, that heat in there inside the zircon. There is a whole study of zircon. Literally, if you have a look at zirconology, whole study into the gemstone, how it's really sort of shaped our world. They're so fantastic. Delicate, soft, but so pretty still. And again, just for me, friendship bracelets. They make wonderful, wonderful friendship bracelets. If you're just starting out, if you're just getting involved in your jewellery making, of course, so it's lovely to have you. There's loads of tutorials always on our webpage. I had a look today, actually. I was just searching around the Jewellery Maker page and looking at the tutorials. There's loads. I didn't actually realise how many they were. Obviously, things change and everything's obviously updated, but it's brilliant. So you can buy a strand of gemstones and you can go to the tutorials on our website and you can be completely inspired, whether you want to make a bracelet, a necklace, if you want to learn a particular technique, it's all there for you. £10.95, there's your strand, 18 centimetres, 46 carats, pretty fabulous. It's literally like having one of the guest designers in your lounge with you by looking at those tutorials. It's absolutely fantastic. Of course, you have got the chance to meet some of our guest designers. Joe's got some workshops coming up as well, which we must tell you about in a moment, because I'm sure you want to join it. And tonight, in fact, so I'm digressing a little bit. Yeah. Tonight's the night. Sorry, I should have said this earlier on. Because if you book a workshop tonight, there's a £30 saving on your workshop. It's massive. Huge save. We've got our first workshop on Tuesday the 12th, which is for the bezeled cabochon statement necklaces. If you want to have a look at the workshops, they're all on our webpage, by the way. And that's, I think it's £99, that would be £69, which is a bargain for Jo. And Tuesday the 26th, I think she's back with us with the leather wrap bracelet. And we'll show you that in a minute, because she's wearing it, it's fab. And that would be £49 if you do it today and get the £30 saving. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's good. Jo's like, yeah.
I hope they still pay me at the end.
Yeah, you're coming to do it for free. Did they not tell you that?
No.
Yeah. So you've got to do it by midnight tonight to book your workshop. So absolutely do. But have a little look, because you can actually, what I did, I looked at the workshops and I thought, oh gosh, I don't know which one she's doing. So what I did, as I went to, you can put in the guest designer's name. So I just clicked on Jo and it highlighted the two workshops, the next workshops that she's doing. So there you go. Flash workshop offer, £30 off any September workshop. But you've got to do it tonight. You've got to book it tonight. There's your code if you want to do it online. And it's amazing. So WS Autumn is your code. Text all your friends now. Just get that code out there, and you get the chance to come on two of those workshops. Well, anybody's workshops, but Jo's got those two. You have to see these pieces. have to see. We've obviously, just think about, we've got turquoise coming up as well later on today. These are just unbelievable.
I did tell you I was a fan of turquoise.
Oh my, they are fabulous, Jo.
So that's the first one, and then this is the leather wrap, so it's a multi-wrap.
So the necklace is the 12th,
seed beads.
And then the wrap bracelet is on the 26th.
Yeah.
You might be seeing me on that. Seriously.
That's the last time we worked together, was doing leather wraps. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it is. I love them. So I need to check my diary and see if I'm free, because I know I'm not free on the 12th, but love them. So make sure you do that. Make sure you do that, because that's the massive, massive saving. Huge. If you love those colours though, if you love your turquoise, and your blues, got a brand new strand of Tibetan turquoise tonight in the next hour, 9:45. But if I had a trumpet right now, I'd be on it, because it's time to bring to you an absolute must-have. It's a glorious neon apatite, and it's coming up now. My goodness me, this is exciting. You're about to see some of the most exceptional colour, exceptional quality and exceptional size apatite. This is literally on a complete, look at this, totally different level. If I was to try right now, if I didn't have this gemstone strand in front of me and I was trying to explain to you and wanted you to visualise the best I could dream of for you for apatite, for colour, for tone, for carat width, this is my textbook. This is the picture I would want you to have in your mind's eye.
There's no other blue like it. I mean, it's so electric.
Yeah, totally. It's like a shocking piercing. It's a really invigorating hue. But how can you not love that? Blue's meant to be one of the most popular colours, or the most popular colour actually, on the planet, male and female. And you can certainly see why when you're faced with a strand as electric, as vibrant, as exciting as this one is. I mean, hold me back, that is immense. Size-wise, it's really difficult to kind of, where do I go first on a strand that's got so much colour? Instantly, it's that attraction, it's that pull, it's that excitement that we get from the colour of this straight away. It doesn't politely invite you in, it grabs you and it pulls you in straight away and shuts the door behind you. It's amazing, it's electric. But the size of these gemstones, on average, if we're talking about neon, specifically neon apatite, we are expecting the 1 to 2 mil. You may, if you're lucky, go to the 3 millimeters. You may get up there to the 3. We're surpassing that on this strand. As these gemstones gradually increase, the 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 mil, this is astounding. This is so unusual, so exciting for neon apatite. 2 by 1 mil, fabulous. That's what we expect, no more. The colour, amazing. 5 by 3 millimetre on your apatite gems. You're going to be hungry for these, whichever way you look at it. You will definitely be drawn into these gemstones. They are just extraordinary in terms of colour. Neon apatite just ignites your passion for gemstones. I defy anybody to not love this colour. And I think male or female, I think it's very much a unisex gem as well.
Absolutely. That blue it's something else.
It's really hard to, I mean, obviously it's my job to try and explain to you, but I find
there
this
isn't anything
really
else
difficult.
like it. Yeah.
You think of paintings, you think of like the David Hockney swimming pools, you think of the most fabulous postcard water blues, and we're still not there. You think of the most rare, exciting sort of tropical birds that have been discovered, that are all doing their little dances and fluttering their feathers, that have those fantastic electric colours, and yet we're still not there. This is pure paradise within a gemstone. This is a mix of all of those phenomenons, I think, throughout life, throughout Mother Nature, from flowers, from fauna, from the amazing, amazing colour. 28 carats is exciting, and I love the fact that you're excited about this as well. I love the fact that so many of you are bypassing the chance to buy one of these. and you're buying 2 or you're buying 3, because it will not let you down. That's the kind of colour that just, wow, packs a punch. As soon as you walk through the door and you're wearing this kind of colour, you're going to be noticed. And personally, I'm sure Joe will agree, that will yellow gold or silver, it's not going to discriminate. It's going to love both of those, isn't it?
It will.
Whichever's your favourite, whether you're a silver siren or a golden goddess, that will work beautifully for both of those. I love it. Let's pop it on. I know you're expecting to pay a higher price on this, I know you are, because of that calibre, because of that quality. See, look at that. It's dazzling. Absolutely dazzling. Get out. £10.95. Very little leaves me lost for words. £10.95 for colour as on par as this is. Not even 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100. That colour is amazing. The size of those gemstones. Oh my gosh, this is exciting.
I think I only have 1 strand of neon apatite at the moment, and they are tiny, tiny little stones.
They're going to be. And you're probably talking about even the sort of the microfaceted rondelles even, because that's what you normally get. That's what you normally, if you're going for the neons like this, that's what you're expecting. Even if I turn that round, so the 2x1 at the back, probably normally expecting just the 1 mil round, so the 2x1's a little bit of an added bonus. They are so gorgeous. Well done for checking out on these. Everybody that's popping these in the back, it's busy on this, let's put it that way. At £10.95, that's a steal. That is Alice, Claire, Pam, collector in Dorset. We've got Yorkshire, we've got County Durham, South Yorkshire, Greater London, Angus, Warwickshire, East Sussex. Literally, the list is getting longer. I wish I had more of these, but as you can imagine, a high-end strand like this, I'm not sitting here with hundreds and hundreds of these in my back pocket. But we've got 28 carats from that luscious strand. It's about elegance, it's about beauty, it's about rarity, it's about getting textbook. As we started to bring this to you, it was all about that, the textbook perfection that you're seeing for colour, for quality, for size, and you can see just how wonderfully well every single one of these gemstones has been faceted. You would not want to take one of these gemstones to a drill, to take that up, to get the whole perfectly positioned, and to lose a gemstone. You not when it's been such a sort of time to be able to create and to get so many of those gemstones together on a strand. Well done, Northamptonshire. You're collecting 2. South Yorkshire's got 2. Dorset's got 2. Doran's got 2. That's the way to go. Necklace, bracelet, whichever the weather. It's that shocking colour. If you love the turquoise that's coming up, if you've loved the Amazonite, this kind of pool and palette of colour, just amazing. It puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? You can't look at that gemstone. And I'll be honest today, I'll be very honest with you all, I did have the holiday blues today. I did. I've been super busy. I didn't cry, I didn't weep, Mike, no. But it's not that bad or dramatic. I'm hopefully going to go again at some stage in my life. But got back on Friday morning, very early hours, couple of hours sleep, shattered, went to a wedding reception. Then it was my birthday, had a big party Saturday. Then we were at a big sort of theatre meeting yesterday. Today was the first day back, reality set, and I went, it was grey, and I went, oh no, I can't do it. I don't get holiday blues normally. I'm very grateful for what I have, and I put things in, you know. This makes me happy. This probably because that's the kind of colour I want to just be thinking about diving into. Yeah. Seeing the turtles swimming. We saw turtles swimming every day in the sea. I'm sure they were waving at me. They were. Pop their little heads up through water like that, flapping a little fin. I'm sure they were waving. It's Ruth from Jewellery Maker, there she is. That's what I like to believe with my dragons and my fairies. But it is such a wonderful colour, isn't it? Postcard. It's almost, and it literally is almost an unimaginable, almost a fictitious colour, because it's so beautiful, so exciting. Brenda, Jill, June, well done. Leslie, Joanne, Kirsten, congratulations. That is amazing. Very, very well done indeed. Fab, 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 fab. I did say actually, put a little thing on my Facebook page today, just to say I got the blues, but I was looking forward to a good giggle with all of you tonight. And it's, yeah, smiles on my face, it's all good. Right, carnelian, have a little look at this. End of the hour. If you hadn't been with us today, Mike, it would have been a different story, obviously, but you are here, so it's all good. Look at those. Some wonderful colours in here. Very, very beautiful, coming up at the end of the hour. Very, very nice indeed, they're lovely. Fantastic. Right, next up, let's dive into, shall we do, which one, sorry, darling? Oh, so cheeky. Box number 3, said after number 2, before 4. And what am I looking for? I thought you said, oh, you see, that's my fault. I thought you said apatite coins. I'm thinking, that's labradorite. That's labradorite. See, it's because I've got appetites on the brain now. That's what it is. These are fabulous. After 2, you naughty. Look at these. Oh, it's a good job you're up there behind glass, Tom. Right. Oh, my word. Have a look at these. It's gorgeous. Isn't labradorite again is my holiday gemstone. I love it. Love it. It's like looking at the iridescence on a butterfly's wing. Nice size, these. I don't know if I've seen too many of the puffy coins.
Those are beautiful rings, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Really, really lovely. And bracelets as well. Bracelets, rings, that centerpiece. Can you see, actually, when we look at labradorite, we're looking at that lovely sort of labradorescence, that beautiful sort of shimmering, gorgeous sort of green, or perhaps the blue. You sometimes see, and look at that. Now, that's really exciting. What colour is that? What colour can you see on that labradorite? It's almost like a slightly pinky colour, isn't it? Well, if that is pink flash labradorite, I'm not going to guarantee that's what it is and what you're getting, but you rarely get the pink flash on labradorite. That's a whole different kettle of fish.
That's pinks and purple. Oh, that's beautiful.
I can only say what I see, and there's pinks and there's purples in there. That sounds like I'm on catchphrase. Say what you see. See what you see. I love that show. Gorgeous. I'm not very good at it, but I like it. Aren't they fantastic? Some big, big, sizable pieces here. They're amazing. Labradorite coins, and look at the size of them again, going from the 11mm to the 17mm all the way across. And they're, well, I say they're side drilled, that could be top drilled depending on how you hold the coins really as they're around.
Yeah.
But you can see they look fabulous, don't they? 1 centre gemstone, amazing. I do like labradorite with black spinel as well. If you make black spinel kind of your bracelet or your necklace, they look amazing. I can't believe the pinks and purples on there. Very, very, and that labradorescence, that sort of metallic light shimmer that you see, it's like a sort of a moonlight sort of skipping and dancing through the trees. That's bonkers. That's bonkers. Now who's being naughty? £12.95 for that labradorite. Naughty, but very, very nice. Very, very nice for the size of those. What have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 pieces on there. 15 pieces of labradorite for £12.95. How much is that each? That's for about 86 pence each, is it?
Your maths
I'm
is
a whiz
amazing.
tonight.
You're
Are you
on
impressed?
Fire, yeah.
I have a feeling I won't quite be like this tomorrow. Depending how good Kim is on the calculator, we'll see. Kim's a whiz. She'll be on there like tapping away straight away. Fiona, nice to see you there. Jill, congratulations. I only took this show because I knew you'd be producing, Tom. That's all it is. That's all it is. You have to say that. You've got to keep them sweet. £12.95 for your labradorite gemstone. You actually contacted me though, didn't you, Tom, to say you're excited? Hunted me down on Facebook and said, you got me. They are glorious though. Big, beautiful coins. And because you've got that coin shape, that's really going to make the most of the labradorescence as well, isn't it? You're really going to see that coming through. And all different. I love, look at that pink. So unusual.
That one
so
keeps
unusual.
catching my eye.
I know.
Well, yeah.
I guess it's because it's a little bit different. It kind of stands out there, doesn't it? Well done. Congratulations on those. Lovely work. Popping those back into box number 3. That's the box after 2, the one before 4. Let's do number 9, which is amber. This is wonderful. Very, very, very nice. A very classic setting. Instantly kind of want to drop that perhaps on a little piece of organza or a bit of ribbon. Have that on a choker. Really nice amber. Really deep, actually. And of course, when you've got that kind of, the depth of the, is that the cherry amber? Yeah, when you've got the cherry amber like that, you don't see so much of the little flecks, you don't see so much of the little flashes that you perhaps see on the lemon amber or sort of the lemon tones of the amber, the sort of the champagne tones. It's very much more a sort of seductive feel on that, but the setting is beautifully done amongst all of that sterling silver. Really, really lovely. That sort of woven design in the sterling going all the way around on that one. 30 by 21 millimetres. And of course, again, not holding back on the sterling silver, and you can see that in the positioning. But imagine that again. Did you get the long chain earlier on, the 36-inch chain? Very nice.
Beautiful.
But equally, instantly go for that. Perhaps as a choker, that could look really quite fabulous.
It's got quite a vintage kind of feel with that lacy effect of the silver around the outside.
Yeah, and I guess because you've got that little lacy edge, there's no reason why you couldn't actually stitch into that. You could stitch gemstones, you can make that a little bit more, you can make that really elaborate actually, couldn't you? You could stitch it onto your backing fabric as well. There's lots you could do with that. Really, and it is, you're very clever at home anyway. It's always sort of about thinking outside of the box. When we give you a pendant and kind of say, okay, this is a pendant, you're going to do so much with that. You could make a lovely vintage piece, feature piece in a bangle or a bracelet as well. And just put that, because you've got all of the loops of the sterling silver, it's going to be quite easy to attach that actually.
Can you imagine that with like triple strand pearl bracelet attached to the...
That would look really pretty. That'd be beautiful actually, that'd be a really nice thing to do. You just got that real seduction in the centre. I think sometimes you look at that and you don't necessarily know instantly that it's amber because you expect to see more of those sort of lighter golden flashes, but that's what it's very different with the cherry. It's that deeper tone. But a lovely price again going on there, really lovely. 30 by 21 millimetres. Genuine amber. I think sometimes a little bit hard to comprehend when we do prices like that, but that's exactly what's going on there. But just going to give you a little bit of a tour all the way around there again so you can see. And again, no reason why you can't reverse it. Completely up to you, but designed to be worn like so. Might be worth picking 2 of those up if you are thinking perhaps having one of those as a pendant. Work really nicely as a ring as well actually, going back to that, because again, it's not too big. It's because you've got that kind of ergonomic to the design. It kind of, the dome actually sort of folds around on the finger a little bit. Again, nice and easy to stitch the wire into that.
And you've got loads of points of attachment for your wire there.
That works really. I really like that as a ring actually. In fact, I think that's what I'd do if I was to get one of that. I don't think I'd pendant that at all now. I think I'd have to go for a ring. Gorgeous. Very well done on those though. Congratulations. Beautiful. And we need to do another star buy because time is passing us by super quickly. Nearly into our last hour, it's flying. So we've got to do another very fabulous carnelian strand here. We've still got another kit to share with you. We've got another demo from the gorgeous Jo coming up for you. But before we do all of that, let's bring to you another fantastic and very ancient gemstone as a star buy. Wow, what lovely. These are really lovely colours straight away. But what lovely examples of this gemstone. This is, you've got pieces that are more transparent, pieces that are a little bit more milky, but they really work. Pieces that are a bit more opaque. Great arrangement of colour as well. Every single one that you're looking at there, totally different, totally unique. Different colour, different patterning, different shades, different tones, and a gemstone that's been with us for hundreds and hundreds of years. At one stage, the likes of carnelian, particularly lapis lazuli, a lot of those gemstones would have been seen more highly and more highly prized than the likes of diamonds. More highly prized because people went for these kind of coloured gemstones. At one stage, white diamonds would have kind of been just like kicked to the curb, not interested. Just a very ancient religious gemstone. Carnelian is one of those gemstones. There's so much history surrounding it, and to still be around today, to still be a very much enjoyable gemstone today, I think it's easy to see why. You've got some lovely, warm, hot colours coming in here. I love. Whenever I see that sort of strand, I think smoky quartz straight away, maybe as a base for your gemstones. But look at them, there's tones of orange. You've got some lovely soft peaches, some beautiful, almost like peaches and cream tones. If I bring that back around there, we can see sort of some of the gemstones here. They are, look at those. That's a lovely little dance of colour.
With your 2 zircon strands that you've had.
They particularly, obviously we had the first ones with the sparkle, just to add that little bit of nuance all the way through. There's something quite subdued, quite soft about this particular strand, because very often when we get carnelian, we're looking about here, aren't we? I showed you that really sort of, that to me is classic carnelian, that sort of hot, rich red. But if they all look like that, might be a little bit more of a, lovely strand, don't get me wrong, fabulous, but all the same, there it is all kind of laid out for you. But when you've got something like this, it's a little bit more interesting. Sometimes it's a bit more exciting, isn't it? When you've got that variety and you've got that incredible choice on the gemstones and these lovely faceted drops. They're just scrumptious. I think you could mix that with so many gems, whether you're talking about your mookaite, perhaps your sunstones, all of these really hot, rich sort of organic gemstones. Very beautiful. Nice drop earrings as well when you get the little sort of faceted drops like that. Very easy just to perhaps pop those onto a head pin to sort of twist and to sort of make a nice little drop. I think you'd find that you'd wear those quite a lot actually. It's that sort of amber tone that you're seeing coming through on the gemstone as well. But really pretty. Lots of different patterns. That one's a cute one as well, look at that. Look at the difference between the two. You've got that lovely sort of smooth sort of continuity, if you like, going through the gem. Then you've got almost a little speckled one there. That's what reminded me of sunstone a little bit. But make a fabulous necklace actually, wouldn't it, to have all of those different gemstones on there that are all very individual.
The variety is great, and they're perfect shape for petals with winter coming. You know, if you made a nice little sort of floral brooch with it to go on a chunky knit or to hold a scarf together or something like that.
Pear shapes always work really nicely for that, don't they? They just kind of lend themselves to do that. And then you have a little flurry of well, what colour would you put in the centre, I wonder, on those for the state? We could, I suppose, citrine or a hot orange or chocolate.
I keep saying pearls tonight, but pearls on there because they're light and they'll kind of.
Yeah, if you've got some of the smaller pearls to sort of act as sort of like the stamen of the flower, they work though, don't they? Pearls, they always come to mind because they work. There's some little black spinel in there as well, be quite dramatic.
Oh yeah.
Back to my black spinel. Elizabeth and Julia, very well done. Congratulations to you. If you're checking out on those today, you've got another massive carat weight here, 140 carats of carnelian. Let's pop that up to the neckline actually. Could make quite a nice little choker design because of that pear shape. Again, they do naturally. There we go. They naturally sort of go into that curve, don't they?
Yeah.
Nice on memory wire actually. But they're so pretty, so beautiful. We make some lovely little designs on there, but so many different colours to sort of get excited by on that one. 12 by 12, so very, very similar in terms of size, but you can see clearly very, very unique in terms of the colours that are within there. 38 centimetre strand, just spaced out a little bit so you can see them all on there. But you can mix that, I think I want to get my hands on some smoky quartz on there as well to work with those, but very, very pretty. Lots of lovely pairs of earrings you could do. But got to get you the right price. There's been so much tonight. I'm sure you've already made a purchase or 7. Tonight is one set of postage and packaging for you to add on, but that is pretty supreme. 12 by 12 millimetres of your carnelian willets. I was going to make a really bad joke then. It wouldn't. I realised as I went to say it wouldn't work, so I stopped myself. It would have just been embarrassing. More embarrassing. £10.95 than everything else I've said tonight. Real bargain. They are glorious. 0800 644 655 to add those to your order. Yorkshire, well done. Mauritius, congratulations. Mauritius, that didn't come out right either. £10.95 on those. They are beautiful for your carnelian gemstones. Glorious, rich colour, hot colour, but then you've got that softness, you've got that delicacy in there as well, but just lovely, lovely shapes. And they are faceted, you can see that. Actually quite big facets on those. They've not kind of got the micro faceting or anything. You can see actually you've got some nice big sort of shapes on there, creating lots of lovely little angles that the light's just bouncing off and the light's sort of loving. They're wonderful. Really, really nice examples of that gemstone. Just check them out, make sure you're getting them. If you've got them sitting in your basket, have a look at them. It's the only way you know at the end of the day, isn't it? You need to get them home, you need to experience them, touch them, feel them, have a little look at that colour, see them even perhaps against your skin tone, because actually there's some lovely sort of pinky tones in some of those as well. But no problem if you want to send them back, 30-day, money back guarantee. And we always appreciate, of course, with a lot of these pieces, you've got to see them at home. You obviously see them right now, but to actually be able to experience them at home and to perhaps put them with other gemstones that you might be thinking about. Brilliant 30 days to do that, so give them a go. Got turquoise still to come in the next hour, which I know is causing an absolute storm out there right now because they're brand new and they are gorgeous. And of course, we've still got another fantastic kit to share with you as well, and it's a Regal Beauty.
It's a complete
and that's just Joe. That's just Joe.
Oh, thank you.
I know how to win friends. £10.95. Laura, Carol, Elizabeth, congratulations. 0800 644 655. They're fab. Should we just sneak in another quick auction? Come on. Let's do box number 4. Now, I'm a little bit intrigued by this because this is super chunky,
That's
super
whopping,
big.
Yeah.
Whopping wire. Have a little look at the size of this. It's like a gunmetal, isn't it? I don't know why I did that when I did gunmetal. But anyway, it's like, I love it. Now, in terms of using this, we were speaking about this a little bit earlier, weren't we, Joe? Because it's obviously, because it's thicker, it's going to take a little bit more to obviously manipulate. It's 2.6 mil. Surely that's got to be one of the thickest sort of gauges that we do. It's 5 metres, so you're still getting a heck of a lot there. But it's the gunmetal coloured copper wire, and it's 2.6 mil. So again, structurally, really, really strong. Joe will be able to talk to me more about this, but I would suggest, obviously, when you've got the 1 mil wire, it's still going to be quite fluid and quite relatively easy to move and manipulate. It's going to be a little bit harder to do. It still moves, obviously, I can show you that quite easily, but even more so as a structural wire, as maybe very basic framing or something.
I would say so, or if you're doing craft fairs, you can maybe try and make your own earring stands out of something that thick. Because it will have a lot of strength and hold its structure and form really well. I've never ever worked with anything that thick.
But actually, in terms of making sort of making a basic sort of bangle form or a necklace
to hang a pendant from,
it's
it would
going
be
to
quite
really hold
striking.
that. And the gunmetal's lovely. It's something I really like the tone of that. It's not got the high silvery polish that you get with the silver. Does that make sense? The gunmetal's, I don't want to say muted because it's not the right word, is it? But it's a different feel. It's definitely a different look on that one. But I really like it. 2.6 mil. I definitely want to work with that. It'd be very, very nice to have a little bit of a look at that. But you can see just how thick it is from that cross section. 5 metres though, for all the wire workers out there. 5 metres of the gunmetal. Brilliant. And it's not like you're going to be using loads and loads and loads of this like you would perhaps with one of the smaller gauges. So we'll leave that with you, £13.95 to end off that hour. But do not go anywhere because, as we said, we've got loads more to do coming up the next hour.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service, and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Our last hour with you this evening, myself and the crew taking you through for 60 more minutes approximately. We have a fantastic kit coming up for you in just a moment. But before we do it, have you got your turquoise? Have you got your brand new turquoise strand yet? It's up for pre-order. It's so gorgeous. It's so lovely. This is Tibetan turquoise. Brand new and it's natural. Oh, look at that colour. Classic turquoise really, isn't it? Absolutely classic colour. When you think of turquoise in your mind's eye, that's what you're looking for. And I love those wheels. They are absolutely beautiful. They're up for pre-order. They're coming up for you towards the end of the hour. So don't go anywhere. You're not allowed. You've got to stay with us because we've got so much more to treat you to. Of course, including our Regal Beauty kit that's coming up for you right now. I hope you've been loving today. I hope you've been grabbing some of your cerulean pieces because there's been so much to share with you that I know you're going to love it. I know you're going to be addicted when you grab hold of these. We've got several elements again to this next kit, several elements to the Regal Beauty kit. This is a selection of the pieces. These are gorgeous that we're going to bring to you first and foremost. So let's have a little look at the crystals first of all. The colours are so exciting. The colours are really fabulous. You've got a selection here, different sizes and a selection of colours. Running through them, we've got the light topaz, the Colorado topaz it's called. I just wanted to get the right name for you there. The light Colorado topaz, the light topaz, fern green, amethyst and light amethyst. And as you can see there, you've got the various sizes. So the fern green, you've got, and we've not obviously put them all out on there again, we've just got a little bit of a selection. The fern green, you are getting 3mm and there's 24 in the pack. The light Colorado topaz, again 2mm, they are 24 in the pack. Then we have the light topaz, 3mm, 24 in a pack. There's a theme there. We've also got the amethyst beads, which are 4mm, and guess what, 24 in a pack. And then the light amethyst, which is 200 in a pack. That's because they're the smaller size again. So just like before, the 1.65mm, you get 200 of those. So obviously we didn't put them all out because that would be crazy. So let me show you some of the smaller ones at the bottom. And the colours are fantastic. You'll see them a little bit more. So that's 296 Swarovskis that you're going to get the chance to work with. They're fabulous. You're going to do quite a lot with that, I'm sure.
Cover your toaster or your kettle.
Or your toes, like I said earlier on, with trainers, colours your toes. But you are getting some fantastic colours from the amethyst, that fern green. Let me show you. You'll see all of these in a moment in Joe's designs because they are pretty epic. But you can say, I mean, look at that. That's like an emerald colour, isn't it? Real fierce, fabulous colour tone back in them. There you. And right at the top, you've got those wonderful purples, those gorgeous sort of golden hues in there as well. So just to recap, you've got the light Colorado topaz, the light topaz, fern green, amethyst, and the light amethyst. And that's just the Swarovski elements that you're getting from this part. We are going to bring to the second part as well, which includes obviously the cerulean and the bezels. There's a lot here. It's very exciting, very exciting. Loads of you there already. Congratulations, very exciting. Love it, love it. Did it. That's 5 pence.
Thank you, Tom.
5p per Swarovski. How cool is that? That's amazing,
That's fantastic. Isn't it? And this is such a contrast to the first kit. The first kit was really quite ethereal and kind of angelic, and this is bold. And
this is a real statement, yeah. So nice to have that opportunity and that contrast. These are flying. I'm not surprised. Look at that green. The green and the purple together is amazing, and that's possibly giving you a little bit of an indication of some of the other pieces that have come in the second part of the kit as well. Malachite, amazing. That purple and green, I say that. I look at the purple, the green, then I look at the gold that's in there as well. That light, look at that, how opulent. This looks like we've raided a Grecian tomb. Yeah. It's so opulent, or an Egyptian tomb.
It's really jewel-tastic, isn't it?
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I meant to wear that necklace and I completely forgot. It's just been so busy tonight. I was like that, I'm going to grab this. Sandra, Alison, Tina, Linda, Susan, Julie, Georgina, Jeanette, Celia, Susu, Stella, Brenda. Literally, the list is as long as my legs. It's going on and on and on. Those earrings are phenomenal. We're going to have some, well, I hope there's enough of these to go around, actually. Not surprising, massive reaction. When you're getting the chance to own Swarovski crystal like this for less than, well, for about 5p per crystal, that is bonkers. For whichever, I mean, you've got lovely selection of sizes here. Don't forget the larger sizes, you've got the sort of the 24 in each of the larger sizes. You've got an incredible mix here, right the way down to the smaller millimetres as well. But these designs, you're going to love them. We're going to bring to the second part of the kit in a moment, because I know you're going to want it all. Obviously, you're going to need it all, because we've got to do the Cerulean next for you as well. But how cute, how fab are those? Right, yeah, keep adding those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, a lot of you still that are coming in. 12 in baskets as well, so great colours though, aren't they? How much do you love this? It's ace, isn't it? Right, going in, because you can't have one without the other. You can't. Have a look. It'd be like buying flip-flops and just buying the flip, not getting the flop. Pointless. Right. See, I'm finding my pace now. Random Ruth is back in the room. It's taken me a couple of hours, but I'm there, right. Oh, I like Random Ruth. So, second part of the kit that we've got for you now. Instantly, look, that's a long strand of amethyst. You've got 100 carats of amethyst pear drops. Really pretty. Variety of different tones, variety of different sort of colour tones that are coming through, but still you've got that really gracious royal pear purple, which is 12 by 8 millimetres. Then, and we're a little bit obsessed by this malachite, can I just say? Oh, stunning. Look at that. That's a really fab opportunity. That's a fabulous cabochon of malachite. 10 carats, wonderful. They're all completely different. Whether you get kind of like the...
Mine is very stripy that are used in the kit.
Yeah, you can either get sort of the stripes, the banding, or you tend to get like almost the swirls and almost like the brush strokes. But that's what makes them so exciting, isn't it? Gorgeous, and that colour, look at that continuity. So more of the stripes on the back of that one, actually. But that's a whopper. That's a 10 carat cabochon in there alongside the amethyst. And then we've got the cerulean, so let's have a little look, because we've got the different colours here as well. So let's bring these to you. That's the hardener. Let's put that aside for a second. We've got gold and malachite. Let's bring those in. So I'll show them to you like that first of all, because obviously you've got the colour and then you've got the hardener in there as well. So if I flip them that way, so you've got the gold in there. So that's your resin, and then of course you've got your hardener. Now the hardener is going to be a similar colour, so if I do them like that, I'm trying to make this easy and probably making it difficult for myself. So you've got the hardener at the top there with the malachite, and then the hardener to go with the gold is of similar colour, obviously.
So when you're mixing them, it's easier to see with the malachite that you've got it mixed together.
Because otherwise you're going to see that sort of that marbling effect a little bit more. So obviously whenever you're buying the cerulean like this, you're always going to get the two components, don't forget, because that's what it's all about. You will always get the resin and then you'll always get the hardener with that. But it's very easy to mix these together, and we'll see that in just a second. Joe's actually already started, if you were with us earlier on, just because it takes about sort of 4 minutes or so to actually be able to sort of mix the two parts together. So rather than us sort of watching Joe, as much as we'd love to sit and watch
starting to look like Shrek.
There's the Shrek moment, wearing gloves is probably quite a good thing to do on this. But it's just a fabulous, fabulous phenomenon. I know a lot of you have taken the Cerulean to heart, which is absolutely fantastic. It's very versatile and a real sort of high performance kind of ceramic composite, if you like, and it's specifically designed for the application of the Swarovski crystals. That's why we treated those to you in the first place, but also accepts the gemstones. That's why we've put the amethyst and the malachite in here as well, but goes quite a fair way as well, and you can keep it once you've worked it. As Jo's doing right now, she's got any left, then you know, it takes, we'll talk about this in a moment, but it can, once you've mixed the two components together, remember, for the gold, for instance, you've got the resin and you've got the hardener of similar colours there. Once they are mixed together and they're ready to work with, got about 2 hours, so you've got quite a bit of time to be actually sort of setting and working with those, and then you don't have to throw it away at the end, don't worry about that, it does keep. So this is the second part of your Regal Beauty Kit, and it is very, that gold and the purple and gold together just absolutely works, doesn't it? Fabulous, fabulous combination on those. So we're going to get that amazing pricing for you again. So straight in, straight down, and it does go a long way, the Cerulean that you're getting there. £31.95. Don't forget, that's for 2 colours. So you've got the 2 colours, if I move that out there, of the Cerulean, which work brilliantly together. That wonderful green of the malachite. You've got that glorious gold, and then not forgetting all of those fabulous pear-shaped gemstones, all of those gorgeous, gorgeous amethyst drops, with, of course, that remarkable, big, beautiful malachite cabochon that you're seeing right in the centre there. All of that making up this second part of the kit, which they hold hands. They absolutely hold hands. They are partners in the most wonderful crime, which of course is making these incredible pieces. And when you see again what Jo has created, you're bound to be inspired. And the really good news is, without taking anything away, because I always feel guilty when I say that, it's really easy to do. It's a really fabulous, fabulous medium to work with. It's absolutely brilliant. Whether you're going for an amazing sort of statement piece, I can't say the name of the brand. There's one huge big brand name out there that really reminds me of, and certainly wouldn't be paying anything close to that. You'd be looking at 4 figures. But the gold and the green, they work so well, don't they?
Yeah, and then you add in the amethysty colour and it just pops in that gold and green.
Yeah. Really, really lovely pieces. There's earrings here, there are necklaces here, pendants, a lot that you are going to be able to work with and create, of course, and not forgetting working with both genuine gemstones here and also working with the incredible beauty and that we get, of course, from the Swarovski crystal, which it's really designed and developed for. But how lovely to see them sort of working side by side, the gemstone and the crystal. Yeah. Really nice combination. Really lovely. And at £31.95 to add that into your order, do it, because they're going to look absolutely fantastic. But it's not it. It's not it. We need to know. We've got to do the third part. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Let's do it. Let's bring in. Need your bezels. Yep, you need all of these to be able to create those fantastic designs. Going sort of starting perhaps with we've got the earrings on there, which you can see flashing away. You've got the 3 pairs in there. You've got 3 pairs of your earring findings, gold plated. So you've got those lovely big drops, and nice big sort of shepherd hooks on those as well, so they drop down really, really well. Not too much of a depth, not too much of a...
So you're not using
a lot.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So not too deep on those. And then, of course, you've got your pendants. Let's pick one of those up. Again, you've got 3 pieces rather than 3 pairs. 3 pieces of your pendants, and then of course you've got your connectors. Now check out these connectors. These are luscious. They're fantastic. Now that's your gold-plated copper. They're textured. Look at that. How fab are they? Look at that detail. It goes all the way around. Reminds me of a goblet. A really ancient goblet.
Yeah.
Look at that. Or a gong. You know when you see all the details on the big dong, on the big gongs. For not the old films, wasn't it? Crikey, that's taking me back. So that's fabulous. So you get 5 of those as well. So 5 of the big connectors. Again, well, you've seen them used on the pieces of jewellery. You can see them all there together. The whole kit and caboodle. Let's see all of those if I can hang on to those for a second. So you've got the earrings, you've got the 3 pendants, and you've got the 5 big connectors on there. Similar sizes actually. The earrings is 17mm approximately, and then the pendant and the connectors are 20mm. They'll work together really, really nicely. So you need those. You need those to be able to place your cerulean into. So let's do it. Let's just bring in your price straight away so you can grab all of these. You're going to be able to make a lot of jewellery, let's face it. You're going to be able to make a lot of pieces. I mean, Jo's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And I still had clay left
Excuse me.
You know, there's a lot of clay because you've got your 2 colours.
Excuse me. Yeah.
So you've got a lot of clay to use. So it's nice to have all those bezels.
Right, let me go over. Sorry, I was just thinking I'd left something then, and I haven't. This colour combination is so magnificent. Very regal, very royal, and like we said, really completely different, total contrast.
Completely different, yeah.
To earlier on, which is really super, because they're not kind of treading on each other's toes, which is fantastic. But you can certainly see the way that they're working together, supreme, from the pear-shaped amethyst that you can see on that wonderful necklace. I'm just kind of drawn to this, I have to say.
Yeah.
That is such a feature. Again, really great fun to make on that as well.
Well with the green. It's a perfect match with the malachite clay.
That looks it looks like it should be in a museum. Do you know what I mean? When you see the sort of the pieces of jewellery when you go to a museum that are sort of years and years old, but fabulous. And you really do see the detail on the connectors. I'm surprised how much you see of that actually.
Yeah.
You really notice the texture that's gone into the connectors. They're lovely. Look at that. The colours work so well on these. We've got earrings, we've got the necklaces. And of course it's 3 elements, and I appreciate obviously you've got the three elements to buy to sort of bring these together. So worth it though, isn't it? So affordable. And those, I can't believe the price on the Swarovski elements.
Yeah, that was incredible.
So exciting. So exciting. And of course still, if you've got other gemstones you want to sort of mix and match with this, go for it. Wodgy lobster. Just mix and match those and add them in. But we need to see what to do. So whilst we've been sort of bringing the kits to you, Jo's got both of the elements, the resin and the hardener, out, and you started to work and mix those 2 elements together.
I have, in both the colours, because what I want to show you is in some of the connectors and in the pendant and some of the earrings, I've used both the gold and green in one bezel. So not mixing them together to make one colour, keeping them their separate colours. There you can see them, the gold around the outside and the green in the middle. So I've mixed both the colours so I can show you how to do that.
Fantastic. Okie dokie. We'll dive in. We'll have a look, but keep checking those out because you've done. I mean, look at that. I can see on my screen there. There's literally columns of you. So very well done indeed on that one. Right. What do we do then,
Okay.
Jane?
So one thing I didn't mention before is you may have noticed I'm working on a tile.
Yes.
And the cerulean did start sticking to it the longer I left it.
Bless you.
But it is useful to work on because it's very easy to remove it from there.
Yes.
And then if you need to clean your tile, just a baby wipe, or and I've used that to clean my blade as well. It's really useful. So I've mixed both colours, and you saw how green my gloves were going, mixing up the green. And I'm going to do one of the little pendants, which again are really shallow. There's not a huge amount that you need there, so I'm going to pop that to one side. I'm not going to use all the gold initially, so I'm going to just cut a little bit of it off because I'm going to pop that in the middle. So I'm going to use my gold first, and this is going to be quite domed because I've got quite a lot of clay here. And again, I'm just using my finger to press it down to the edges, and you'll see how much more domed this is. In fact, when I cut the center out, it's going to bulge over the top. Now, it's sitting really neatly to that to the rim of the bezel there. If it goes over, you just wipe it off with your finger, or you use a bit of nail polish remover on a cotton bud, and that just removes it all from your bezel if it started to harden on there. And the same thing actually. We had some really big crystals in the last kit. If you put your fingers over them, you're going to get finger marks. And again, a bit of nail polish remover with a cotton bud will make them sparkle again.
I thought you were just having a secret manicure in the corner.
No.
I didn't realise that's what you did. Fab, top tip.
So this is really domed. If I show it to you from the side, So you would take your time to try and get it even all the way around with the dome right in the middle. Okay. And then your cutters that we brought to you earlier in the show. This is going to be quite a big cut, so I'm just trying to get it right in the center there, and I'm going to push down, and you'll see how it pushes the clay to the side. Give it a little wriggle, and it's not working perfectly, but this is going to come out. Okay, so you've got, and you can just use your fingers to realign the clay in there so that it's off the rim of the bezel. And then you are going to use another color. So again, I probably won't use all of the green. And I'm going to pop that in the center. And then just gently bring the two colors to join on the edges. So I'm tapping rather than pushing with my finger. I'm just tapping it down to meet the gold. And again, you want to do it until you've closed all the little gaps. You can see there's still a gap up there. So you just gently keep bringing the green or the malachite to meet the gold. And this is how I did some of the earrings as well, so you've got a different color in the center. And again, once I've got it close to the edges, I'm going to tap round the edge to try and get that more domed feature in the middle. So I'm flattening it right near the rim, and I'm just coming round the edge. If you don't have cutters, for a small hole, a straw works really well.
Okay.
So if I'm going to pop, you'd take more time and get yours really even. This isn't perfectly done, but we're up against it with the time. So I'm going in with the straw this time to get a little bit right out of the center. You might find it behaves slightly differently at home because in the air conditioning here it's slightly different. So then I've got a little gap right in the center now where I can add in a bit of gold. So I'm going to cut, I don't need a lot here, and I'll just roll it into a little ball.
Quite nice to almost take we've got the turquoise coming up, of course, at the end of the hour. Quite nice to take one of those, one of the small ones out, to set one of the wheels into the centre as well. That'd be quite funky.
And I'm going to make this into more of a little sausage shape to fit in, because it's got to be quite narrow to fit in there. And again, I'm going to cut a bit more of that off because I'm not going to be using much. And when you slice through it, it squishes it a bit, so you can just roll it gently in your fingers to get that shape back again. And this part is going to go into the center there, and again, it's just a tap to get it in and round to the edges. You can then spend as long as you want getting this. Also, you can see my nail went in there, but just tapping
gradually removes it.
It removes it. And again, as I said, if you've got finger marks that you don't like, so you're not going to cover all the clay with your crystals, if you've got finger marks, you would just take a little drop of water and rub it over the clay. It's not going to alter the clay, it's just going to smooth it out. So then you're ready to start your decorating. And again, there are no rules, so you do what you want.
We like this, no rules.
So I'm going to pop a amethyst right in the center of the gold there. Stay. And again, I'm using the other side. You could be using, oh, we had embelly jelly on this morning. Yes. Now that's really good for picking up your crystals as well. If you put a tiny drop of that onto a toothpick, that'll do the same job that my tool that I'm using is doing. So whenever you pick up your crystals, I'm going to move this on here so that you can see. You want to pick up the colourful side rather than the foil side, because the foil back is what you're sticking into the clay. So you pick up the colour and you stick it in. And you can pick up, you can do a few at a time before you just make sure that they are well embedded in the clay. Remember we said we're going to hide the girdle, the foil bit, so pop a few in. And then just gently tap them so that they're sitting in your clay. And that's all there is to, I mean, how much fun is this to do? You could do this with your kids, because
absolutely. Really lovely. And
it makes you feel like a kid. It's like going back to your Play-Doh days, you know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And an instant sort of satisfaction, an instant sort of gratification, because you can see it starting.
And blingy because you've got your Swarovski crystals.
Yeah, totally. Your Swarovski and your cerulean.
And you can just, you can put as many as, I mean, you could cover the clay in the crystals.
Yeah, why not?
Or just do your design. No, if you shook them onto it, they'd all fall off.
Yes. It'll be all the wrong way up.
So you just keep building up your design.
Fabulous.
It's great.
And as obviously we've seen in this particular kit, you've got the amethyst gemstones, which again, shall I just pop this one?
I've popped the amethyst into the clay.
So it does accept, obviously, if you want to put your Swarovski in there and your gemstones as well. So you see we've got a lovely combination. Look at those.
Yeah.
Look at those colours.
Yeah.
Gosh, they really pop against the amethyst, don't they? Fantastic, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. And of course, whether you're putting the amethyst like that, the turquoise strand, I think, would work beautifully alongside the malachite as well. So lots of individual pieces there that you can get involved with. Thank you so much, talented lady. Talented. Should we do it again tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do it
again tomorrow on the mid.
Later. Have a lie-in and then we'll meet.
We'll have a lie-in and we'll come back at 1 o'clock tomorrow and we'll do the 1 till 6 and we'll do some seed beads. Sound like a plan? Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Wow, very, very well done, everybody who's been checking out. Tina, Linda, Susan, Margaret, Julie, Caroline, Bridget. I can't read all your names out because there's loads of you there. So huge congratulations. Don't go anywhere because you're going to need that turquoise. You're going to need that brand new natural turquoise. So very exciting, very exciting. Lovely. Right, let's dive in. Let's dive into box number 6, just after number 5, and bring to you the sterling silver. These are lovely twisted tubes, so cute. Have a little look at these. I did actually do some shopping this morning on the website. I've got about 5 different pieces in my basket that I need to go and sort out. Yeah, I'm dreadful. I just every time I'm coming in to do a show, I'm like, just need to have a quick look. I'm like, well, because I was coming in, I thought it would be easy to do when I'm here. Totally forgot. So check out your basket, because I bet you when I go back in, they'll be gone. Right, I'm not going to tell you what I added, just in case. Right, somebody whips them. Right, sterling silver twist square tubes. These are cute. Really like these. Let me show you how they work. They are literally what they say on the tin. So you've got that tubular design of the 95 sterling silver with a bit of a twist. But if I turn it that away, you might just be able to, there we go, it's probably a bit better like that. So rather than sort of the cylindrical tubes, there you go, they're squared. They are exactly what we're saying. So you've got that really nice twist in there as well, which means they're going to catch the light at various different points on the polish of the 9 to 5, so they're really going to jazz up your jewellery, aren't they? And just to have 1 or 2 of those pieces again, they make your gemstones go a lot further. For a start off, just have the little pieces of silver, but they're genuine 9 to 5 as well, so you're adding in that extra sort of expense and opulence when you're seeing those as well, but really, really lovely. It's nice to have something a little bit different, rather than just the tubes, just have that little bit of a twist in there, and of course because of the angles that you're getting, working with that angular design, because you've got the cube adding in a different different element, another element onto those, but they're really worth having on your necklace drops, just one of those perhaps even on your earring drops. If you're dropping those down perhaps onto or over a head pin, you might have a gemstone at the bottom and your connecting piece at the top. There's loads of different ways you can use them. You're getting 10 pieces for £4.95. Whoop! To that. Yeah, really great price, and they're real genuine sterling silver. They're scrumptious, they're lovely. You can't have too many findings. Oh, I nearly pinged one of those away. You can't have too many findings in your stash because you'll go to make your designs, you'll get all of these fantastic lovely gemstones, you'll sit down and you'll want to be inspired, and suddenly you might run out. You might have to be very, very sort of limited as to what you use. Get a few of those. Definitely grab a couple, big time, because you're soon going to use those, aren't you? But they're certainly adding that extra air of expense to your designs because they are real, genuine 95 sterling silver for £4.95. We like that. Gorgeous value, but beautiful. Really, really nice to have that in there. And you will see that, we can see it there, you can see those, that sort of high polish gives you just the most wonderful, wonderful reflection all the way across there. They're cool. Really, really super stylish as well. So 10 of those, £4.95 on the web, on the telephone lines, make your gemstones go a bit further. They'd certainly work with the turquoise. Going to work with everything, aren't they? Well, let's be fair. Right, popping those ones back. Let's do, where are you? My favourite gemstone is tourmaline, and I'm a pink princess. I love, it's my favourite colour. These are gorgeous. Wow. Oh, beautiful. Tourmaline is available in so many different colours. Its very name, tourmaline, is from the Sinhalese word tourmaline, meaning mixed precious stones. But the pinks, these are this is like an English country garden rose tone to the pink. And a very special gemstone because look at that. Isn't that good colour? Borderline getting up towards your rubelites, isn't it? On 35 carats of pink tourmaline. The personification of perfection, pink perfection. There are only 3, I thought they were Nigerian, that colour's amazing. There are only 3 type 3 gemstones on the planet, 3. All the other gemstones, you're either a type 1, type 2 or type 3 gemstone. Type 3 gemstones, not that there's a better, worse or anything like that, it's just the clarification. Type 3 gemstones, we expect inclusions. What are they? One of them is emerald. We know emeralds have inclusions. The other 2, both from the same family, tourmaline. One is rubelite, the other is pink tourmaline. They are the 3 gemstones, the only 3 gemstones on the planet, pink tourmaline, rubelite, emerald, that qualify, that clarify that are a type 3 gem. We expect inclusions. They don't hurt the gemstone. They don't stop the gemstone from glowing. They don't stop the gemstone from being this beautiful rose colour that you're seeing here today. One of the most pleochroic gemstones on the planet, of course, as well. I think these might look quite nice with the turquoise, I have to say. I think that's more of an unusual combination, but I love turquoise and I love pink, but I actually really like those together.
That is a nice mix.
I don't know whether I should, but I do. And I guess you can't argue with your heart, really, can you? It's just kind of what you love. I really like those. It's a high-end strand. Your tourmaline, your turquoise is a high-end strand as well. But your pink tourmaline, such high quality, such high calibre from that Nigerian source. And tourmaline is such a big gemstone out there right now. It's been talked about for many years, since it was actually discovered. But you've got a fine location, fine gemstone, 35 carats. That equates to big. And again, you might want to put some little white gemstones in between. You might want to add some pearls in there. The silver spaces that we've just had, just 1 or 2 of those between these gemstones, that would look tremendous. On a necklace, on a bracelet, that would really just add that extra air of opulence. But I absolutely love them. Suzette, Alice, well done. If you're just joining us on the web, definitely make sure you're checking out on that. It is a superior strand. It's tourmaline. It is. You say tourmaline, you think Paraiba straight away. One of my favourite gemstones for those blues. Paraiba tourmalines. You've got the rubelites, the pinks, the indicolites. These are the rarer of the tourmaline gemstones. I don't think pink tourmaline will let you down. End of story. Particularly here, when you've got a strand like that is so super gorgeous. for a price like that. You probably won't choose to use all of those together. You might just take a couple of those out in your designs, but just so you're very savvy. If you're buying that, you are an incredibly savvy collector, jewellery maker, and you really do appreciate the quality of those gemstones. So brilliant work. 3x2, 6x2 on the graduation, and of course that 18cm stamp. But don't they sparkle? Got beautiful colour, but they really do twinkle. They really do sparkle. They're glorious. Very well done. I love that. Wonderful. Congratulations on that. Right, move it. Oh, now we've been talking pearls a little bit tonight, haven't we? Well, big pearl necklace, a lovely big drop necklace with a wonderful feature pendant. Oh, check this out. That's going to look amazing against the skin tone. Look at this. That's adorable. I don't think we ever get tired of seeing the big cabochons, but when you have an epic, sizable piece like this, it's always going to be exciting. Imagine this incredible shell with perhaps a strand of pearls on there. The turquoise again would work quite nicely. That'd be a lovely contrast actually to mix them out. You could have pearls and turquoise together with that big shell at the bottom. Could be a lovely pendant, could be a fantastic perhaps piece for a cuff, but either way it's certainly going to be about serious impact on this one. Lovely big sizable slither of gorgeousness that you're seeing there. Isn't that amazing? White shell, it's a big cabochon.
Your chivalry ribbons as well,
would
as a centrepiece.
Yeah, a big sort of brocade. It could be even on a fascinator or a headpiece as well. That could look quite amazing, couldn't it? Very sizable. 50x40mm. And look at that as I turn that all the way around. So you can see the girdle, the fattest part of the gem going all the way around. It's an organic gemstone. Not many organic gemstones, of course, out there. So it doesn't have a crystal structure or anything like that because it's pretty much an amorphous gem. But look at the little colours that you're seeing coming out. It's really exciting. You might see a flash of petrol blue. You might see a soft pink in there, a green, a yellow. £6.95, £6.95 to get. I've got to put this up against my neckline. Oh my word, look at that. That is such a powerful look, isn't it? Even if you kept that really simple on its own, I could have done them with that from a Holly Bob's. That's such a lovely gemstone. Beautiful piece. £6.95. It's good when I say gemstone. It's you know what I mean. It's that glorious shell that you see. I mean, look at it from there, from a distance. Such a reflection, that pearlescence that kind of beams out from that shell is fabulous. And all of these colours that you're seeing within, these wonderful greens, these pinks, kind of quite luminescent actually, as that really reflects so beautifully against the skin tone. That's a bit of a whopper. It's beautifully done. Part of me would like to just keep that as an ornament as well, actually.
It's lovely to look at.
It's so gorgeous to see, isn't it? Linda, Alice, well done. You Rachel, you're all checking out. You're doing very well done. Well done indeed on that one. But I could just sit and look at that because it kind of changes every time you sort of move it, and it gets a different sort of flash of light. It almost looks like you can imagine the waves sort of rippling across the top of the ocean. It's so beautiful. There's a real calm, a real serenity, I think. Look at the blues in there as well. Such a lovely big piece of shell. 50x40mm. In terms of size. I'm holding it that way. It doesn't have to be, of course, don't forget. You go landscape if you wanted to on that one, but certainly one to really love. It's gorgeous. On a big feature on a bangle, maybe you're having that sort of as on a brooch or a headpiece. Loads and loads that you could do on that one. Well done. Make sure you are checking out on that one. Won't be disappointed. That's fabulous. Congratulations. Gorgeous. Love that. Well, let's do the pearls then. We may as well, if you have just picked up the white shell, you will need your pearls. These are for you, Joe. We've been talking about pearls all night. See, quite simply, with a lovely sort of fastening, classic pearl necklace, knotted on silk. I mean, it just looks $1 million, doesn't it? Classic pearls.
You can't go wrong. Whether you're 15 or, 95.
Yeah.
Pearls are perfect.
They are, aren't they? Just even a classic strand like that, sometimes you just don't need to mess with Mother Nature. Sometimes they're ready to go. Perhaps if I was getting a strand like that, I would want to perhaps do the pearl knotting in between the gemstones. Yes. If you're pushing out the boat and getting a really lovely strand like that, it's worth it, isn't it? It's worth spending that time on it. Classic sort of clasp, maybe a specific sort of pearl clasp on the back, but what a lovely, lovely size as well, because they're luxury. Anything over 8mm, you're looking at a luxury size pearl, and that perfection in terms of the roundness that you're seeing. And one thing you never skimp on is luster, and you can see it in abundance, that pearlescence, that luster. The layers and layers that have formed the pearl that you're seeing here today is absolutely glorious. I was at a meeting yesterday at my theatre, and one of the ladies there had a lovely little pearl drop pendant. She went, I bought this pendant when I was on holiday. It's meant to be real. I don't think it is. Is it real, Ruth? Went, oh, I don't know. Had a little look at it. Went, do you mind if I just... I went, and I rubbed it on my tooth. She went, hopefully you don't. I said, it does feel real, because sometimes if you rub a pearl on your tooth, if it feels grainy, it's one way of telling whether it was real. But because it was a more of a sort of the pear drop shape, really, a bit more baroque, she was like, I don't think it's real because it's not round, but it doesn't have to be. But we are conditioned when we're thinking about the luxury pearls to think that they've got to be the perfect round. If you get them, wow. We normally expect to pay a pretty penny for them as well. We associate pearls like this, we associate pearls with royalty, with the rich and famous. I think about sort of obviously Coco Chanel, Sophia Loren, the Queen. It's just, they are so, so elegant. We're going to give you the chance to own them, to create your own classic necklace that could become your heirloom piece of jewellery. I think pearls are the gift that should be handed down generation to generation. Certainly of a size like this, 9mm, you can have a matching bracelet, matching necklace, matching pair of earrings. I mean, they'd be pretty epic for a pair of pearl studs. I bet people are watching now that have paid more than that price for a pair of pearl studs. We've all paid a pretty penny for pearl studs. We've all paid for the faux, for the fake, for the sort of we say no to faux on pearls, because you don't need to. You don't need to skimp on it. Loads of you loving these, which I'm really, really excited for. I would have to do my classic bracelet.
Yeah, but that strand needs knotting, really.
It does, doesn't it?
They are so perfect to the naked eye.
Yeah, absolutely. And whether it's for a bracelet or for the necklace, do the pearl knotting in between on your silk on that. It's worth the extra time, the extra attention to detail, because I notice it. I don't know if you do.
It does make it look really beautiful and expensive, but it's also a safety mechanism.
Yeah.
You know, nothing lasts forever today. So
Exactly.
if it breaks, you're not going to have pearls pinging all over the floor.
No.
Because they're knotted in between.
Yeah, so you might be just sort of chasing one pearl as opposed to the entire strand. But you do need to rethread your pearls after several years as well, so it's worth remembering that. But just worth having them, worth getting them in your collection. Donna, if you check out on those now, they're yours, my lovely, so congratulations. They are lovely, they are beautiful. Very well done on those. Right, popping those back, and let's just hop up one. Now these are a little bit cute. These are a little bit cute and intriguing. I like the look of these. I've got some earring findings for you here. Let me just hold these together if I can on my tweezers. These are so sweet, so sweet. These are going to be really cute. Right, if I hold these like that, then you can see the two together. They're cute, aren't they?
Oh, those are sweet, and it's your mixed metals again. Yeah.
Really lovely. It's been a reoccurring theme tonight, but it certainly works. Come back, you. So, if I show those two, if I turn those a little bit, actually it's probably best to do this, excuse me, just with one. So you've got almost like a little hook. Whoops. There we go, right at the back of the little daisy. So you can attach the 95 sterling silver two-tone ear wire. I had to say it like that. 15 by 5, so you do get one pair. I've never seen those before. That's totally new to me. So it's not a full loop that you're getting at the back there, but you can certainly use that to attach any sort of a drop, I suppose, on there.
I think they're so sweet on their own. I'd be inclined to just forget about the loop.
I know, they're really cute. But they're really lovely little drop earrings just in their own right. I'm just wondering if you could, straighten that out. Probably be a bit too difficult to straighten that. Yeah, because it would go through the
snap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ignore me. What do I know? But they are just on their own a really, really cute little daisy. But I'm sure you'll be able to work with those. These are going to be so affordable. My goodness me. We don't have too much to do tonight. Still got the turquoise still to come. A few more pieces, but we're going to do you a bit of a deal on these. Why not? I think these could be a lovely little pair of earrings to start with. Just if you want to do a simple little drop on the back, $4.95. Sterling silver, real sterling silver. And you've got that lovely little sort of daisy floral feel sitting right at the front. They are cute on their own. They really are. But you do have the option, if you can see that, if I hold that in my hand, there we go. Can you see, there we go, you've got that little flick just at the very back there. So I wonder if you were just to maybe you could nestle in a little jump ring onto that, or just to attach.
Or hook an eye pin over it and have something dangling, or
But
just
that would hook in, wouldn't it?
You know, if you did a small wrap loop on a head pin, especially the featherweight ones that are so thin.
And that would lock it into place. And then you can have a little drop, further little drop down from the daisy. But they are cute, £4.95. Oh, you are loving these. Very, very well done. I'm not surprised. They are really pretty. I think everybody so far is multi-buying on those as well. So congratulations to you. Very well done, Elle. Congratulations, Diane. Julia, I've got collectors in Essex, West Midlands. Beautiful, they're cute, aren't they? £4.95. We're just saving you some extra pennies now so you can put them towards your turquoise in a moment, because they're coming up. They're coming up. So very well done. Yeah, you're checking out very well done on those. Congratulations. They're cute. Should we do it? Right, we have a brand new strand. This always makes me want to sing like Carol. Brand new strand, it's a brand new strand. But it's a brand new strand, totally gorgeous, totally Tibetan, totally natural, turquoise, coming up now. Wow, this is it. This is the one you've been waiting for. Brand new tonight. Our fabulous, totally Tibetan, totally natural turquoise strand. You've been going nuts over this. It has been available on pre-order for the last hour or so. We had how many? Oh, well, we've now got, put it that way, 102 strands only. You know, in Jewellery Maker terms, that's not very many. 102 strands like this, well, easily in the studio we could get that down to double figures without even thinking about it. I'm sure if there's lots of guest designers watching as well right now, they've been pouncing on this one. It's fabulous, isn't it? That colour, my goodness, isn't that absolute perfection when you think about turquoise? Isn't that the colour that you in your mind's eye you're desiring? And I love the fact that you're seeing this sort of the veins of spider's web, the sort of the matrix, if you like, within the heart of the gemstone. Totally natural turquoise, amazing. Now, we know traditionally turquoise, we think of turkey. Obviously, I've just come back from the Holly Bobs there and I saw a lot of turquoise, some beautiful, beautiful pieces and some rather nice prices as well. But we do get gemstones from various different locations the world over, and Tibet actually has been a wonderful treasure trove, delivering to us some of the most wonderful gemstones, and this is no exception. Every single piece that's been strung onto this sort of strand that you're seeing here delivers. There's nothing that's bowing out, there's nothing that shouldn't be on there. Each and every single one of these plain wheels looks perfect. As I said earlier on, I wanted to grab sort of one of those and perhaps place them into the centre of one of the Saralin designs that Jo did earlier on. I'm sure you're going to be super, super creative on this. Obviously, because you've got those lovely plain wheels, you can see how well they sit. Whether you choose to restrand them on a necklace, whether you choose to pop them onto a bracelet, whether you choose to get a couple of those, if I wrap that around my wrist, and actually layer those up, they're going to look fantastic. I know if you're coming onto the workshop with Jo in a week or two when you're doing the leather wrap, it's those kind of colours again, isn't it? One of your favourite colours.
It is. I would be multiplying. I don't know what the price is, but
oh, you'll be all right. Judging by tonight, you'll be more than all right. What is it about the colour that's always drawn you to it?
For me, that's the colour that I want to dive into, all the time. It reminds me of the Caribbean Sea. It's just magnificent.
You kind of expect to be able to see the bottom of the ocean, don't you? It's that crystal clear, and when you look out, it's the turquoise waters. Yeah. So stunning, and I love it with the matrix. I love it that you've got that.
It does bring interest to it. that sort of spider's web, as you called it.
Completely. And I think you can tell with this strand that it's natural. I think there is something about this that you can see. I want to kind of show you inside. And if I pull, actually I can do that a little bit. There we go. If I pull that back, I don't need to chop into the strand. You can see that kind of the vein that kind of runs through. Some you have a lot of it, some you don't. You've got the next one sitting alongside there that's a little bit sort of plain a bit. Flip them up, tip it on its head, so to speak. You don't have to follow suit with that strand. I'm sure there's lots of different ways of being able to weave these together so that you do actually see a little bit more of the expanse of the wheel there. And of course, add in your findings, add in that touch of gold, add in that little stash of sterling silver to really bring out that opulence of the design. Personally, I'd go silver, but I'm a bit of a silver queen.
Yeah, silver and turquoise is the match made in heaven for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's great when you've got a tan, so when you just come back from holiday.
I just need to just slather myself in turquoise right now. But it does look really beautiful. You see the big turquoise rings, heavy bezel set in sterling silver.
Yeah.
However, if you do see turquoise set into gold, my gosh, it looks expensive. And generally it is. Well, look at that. We're at $27.95. I thought that was sun falling over then. It was so good. 70 carats of turquoise. We've waited all night for this. It is a brand new strand that we're bringing to you. It's still very much the colour of summer, but wear it in the winter. Imagine that with your little black dress as well, and it's still going to stun. You're stacking up on the web, which is exactly what I expected to happen. Waiting. Don't wait, because here we go. We're taking a tumble. Brand new strand. Remember, this is genuine. Remember, it's natural Tibetan turquoise. Do you want to multi-buy? Okay then, £17.95 for this kind of a carat weight, 70 carats of turquoise wheels. Oh, there you are. 5x2, 7x3 millimetres, but what a gorgeous strand. If I hold that up to my neckline again, imagine that enveloped, shrouded in sterling silver. Or look at that. Oh my word. Gotta have it, haven't you? Gotta have it. Wow, lines are going crazy. The web's just actually, literally, Julie, Linda, Cheryl, Edwina, Yorkshire, Julie, congratulations, Lizette, nice to see you, Tatiana, Nicola, loads and loads of you taking advantage of that. You can make the most, you can put it with pearls if you wanted to. Drip it in gold, drip it in sterling silver. Rose gold could work beautifully as well, and you're not limited. Bryony, well done for grabbing 2. Julie's grabbed 2. Linnett, congratulations. Fantastic strand of turquoise. Imagine creating a fabulous pair of earrings with using those tassels in there as well with your turquoise. Oh, gorgeous. Literally, you are going to feel like a Tibetan turquoise goddess when you're wearing those. £17.95. They're stunning. Again, think about if you are selling on your jewellery, what an easy sell turquoise is as far as I'm concerned. It would never be a gemstone I would have on and I've only had 1 or 2 opportunities to sell my jewellery on a stand, and I would never ever worry about turquoise. I would make sure that it was on my stand. I would make sure it was there, probably in both. I love silver, so I'd have to wrap it up in silver, but for those of you that really want full luxury, you can go for gold on that one as well. But just get the strand home. 30-day money back guarantee. I guarantee I will be so surprised if a single strand of this turquoise gets returned, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I wouldn't be returning it.
No, I wouldn't. And whether it was for me or for a friend, I know if it wasn't for me, which it absolutely is, that there would be, I would have a queue of friends that would want a piece of jewellery featuring that.
Just like we said, that neon apatite was a colour difficult to describe. That is such a vibrant turquoise.
You almost couldn't paint a better picture. Than the colours that you're seeing in there, and just the right amount of the sort of the spider's web that you're seeing through, just the right amount. It's not too overpowering, but just perfect balance. Glorious, glorious colour. Genuine, you can see that's genuine Tibetan turquoise as well. The kind of the location almost comes through on that one as well, and it can be so expensive. So my wife's story was of sort of however many years ago, over 4 years, I got escorted out of a shop when I was in Turkey because I started to talk about prices and they didn't believe the sort of prices here, and I was escorted out. It was very funny. Gillian said, I have these. I make cotton cord wish bracelets with 1 bead for £9.50, and they are a bestseller.
Wow.
£9.50, one of those on a friendship bracelet. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Lovely friendship bracelet on the cord.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Well done on that one as well. So you can see, I mean, you've got, I'm not going to count them because we haven't got time, but there is quite a few on that strand. The little wish bracelets, little friendship bracelets, there's always going to be market for that as well, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Lovely little gift pieces. Stocking fillers as well. Dare we go there? Yeah, we've kind of done Christmas earlier on, haven't we? So why not? Lovely little table favours as well. If you want to do a little bracelet as a table favour, if you're having a party, would be fantastic. And a wine charm. I love making wine charms. Yes. So you know which wine glass yours is, and they're a lovely gift to take away as well.
That looks lovely on memory wire, actually, which is really simple, but just, you know, a double wrap of memory wire.
Exactly, kind of a little charm dropping down from the centre, or your little tassel. Fabulous. Mary, well done. Sandra, Janice, Deborah, Gail, Donna, Lynn, Juliet, Angela, Tina. Check out on those, because people are multi-buying all the way through on those. Well done. Fabulous. I think we've got room for a little one. Should we squeeze one more in? Party piece. This is lovely. Adding in your Labradorescent gemstone, your luscious labradorite. They could work really nicely with the turquoise. They're massive. Gosh, they're glowing, aren't they? Look at that Labradorescence. The blues, the greens, gorgeous. Nice big strand, nice big sort of chunky strand to share with you towards the end of tonight. 7x3, 11x4. 18 centimetre strand. You can just visibly see that graduation. The Labradorescence is amazing running through these. That phenomenon that we see in the metallic light shimmer is pretty epic right the way through. Very, very beautifully faceted right the way across that strand. 100, I was going to say 1.45 then, 145 carats of your glorious, luscious Labradorite. A gem I think we all adore. Originally sort of coming from the Labrador Peninsula in Canada, where it gets its name from. This is Madagascar. Lovely quality, great source, tiny source for this particular gemstone there, but wonderful colours, great quality right the way through on those gemstones. So if you are thinking about adding into your order tonight, it's your final strand. It's your final opportunity. So we're making it a good one. We're making it a good one. For 145 carats, yes please, £15 and 95. I always try and add on another 4 pence. I do. Always try and get away with it.
99 sounds like 99. It was where it should be. Yeah.
I know, but no, we're much nicer than that. So very, very well done if you're adding that strand. All the turquoise, we do have a couple of the turquoise strands remaining, so we've got quite a few in baskets. I know you're just crazily trying to grab hold of those. And also don't forget tonight, if you are sort of still watching and going for a bit of a recap, until midnight tonight, of course, if you book one of the workshops for September, you will get £30 off the workshop.
That's huge.
Massive. But that's just until midnight, and it's for a workshop in September, so you could join Jo on one of her 2 workshops. They're all on the website as well if you want to have a little bit of a look. Thank you so much, gorgeous.
Thank you, Ruth.
It's been lovely to work. It's been a while, so
it has.
We're doing it again tomorrow.
Yes, we'll do it again tomorrow.
Don't forget, you'd forgotten already. 1 o'clock tomorrow. We're both back on the mid show, so thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been fantastic. Enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow. From myself, Jo, and the crew. Take care.
Bye.